Okay. Woo. Working. Everything's working. Woo. Okay. Oh, why is that still on? You know what? We'll leave it on. We'll keep the punishment from Dark Souls going. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Jono, the Eternal Optimist, and I'm stuck in a maid uniform still. It was a punishment from my Dark Souls 3 roll yesterday. But welcome. Let me just hey, yo. What the? I knew it was too good to be true. I was like, wait, everything's working just fine. Okay, Sad Willow, I'm playing Dark Souls 3 and I have to spin the wheel every time I die. I've got 120 punishments, and yesterday I rolled the put on a maid costume, so I forgot to take it off. Let me just yoink. There we go. It's gone. There we go. Much better. Also, we can let's go blue. I think red is a little antagonistic today. Hey y'all. Just a second. Everything okay? What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. It also locked on your face. All right. I hate how good you look on it. Put it back. Okay. I'll keep it on for a little bit more. Why not? But let me get the welcomes and the traditionals out the way. So welcome. Nisanda, Hector, Sad Willow, Kuribi. How you doing? Jono with the cute maid. Okay. Oh, was Baldur's Gate 3 moved to next week? Yes. Unfortunately, half the party can't make it today. So we decided to move it to next week. So today we're just going to chat a little bit. I've never done a drama chat before for obvious reasons. I don't like drama, but I'm a former community manager for a very large gaming company. So I actually have community management experience both in like an indie scene as well as in a corporate environment. And I've also received PR training. So I thought it would be a very interesting topic today to discuss the, to discuss what's going on in Helldivers 2. But we'll get there. Let's see here. Boom, grab this. Also, whoop. I also need to give a shout out to Hector and Sam for supporting the Primal Wings. Thank you so much. I need to start doing that because I said it's supposed to be every... Wait, hold up. I'm just lining it up perfectly. There we go. That's close enough. There we go. Yeah, we got a new Primal Wings member, so I need to thank you guys at the beginning of every stream and video. I mean, that is one of the rewards. Sugar Days. No. I am not. I refuse. You've earned the Primal Wings. I will refer to you as the Primals, okay? You are the Primals, which is awesome. Of course, everybody in the Golden and Snow Wings, as well as everybody who can just make it here. I love all of you equally. All right, let's see here. I don't have attention span to hear explanations without you wearing the maid dress. Okay, fine. I'm wearing it now. Are you happy? Well, Willow. You probably saw online with the whole Twitter post about how I'm in the middle of job interviews at the moment, and I mentioned the VTubing because I don't want to say what the job is exactly related to, but it is kind of related to community management, so it kind of makes sense for today's topic. But yeah, basically they wanted to know if I did content creation, because I've worked with a lot of content creators and such, and I went, yeah, I do streaming. It's more of a hobby than anything. And they're like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, well, you know, it's a thing called VTubing. And the one person was like, VTubing, and the other person's like, oh, I know. And I went, yeah, it's kind of like puppetry. Think of it like you control a character as a puppet. And they're like, oh, okay. And then in the next interview, when the rest of the team was on the call to ask me questions, the team leader was like, this is the one. This is the dog boy VTuber. So there's a high risk chance that potential future colleagues might show up in chat or actually see this chat, which... Starting off strong, Jono. Oh well. Here's the amazing thing, though. Is that at the end of the interview, the job leader, because obviously they don't want to say whether you've got the job or not, so they, you know, hedge their bets kind of thing. He said, even if you don't get the position, please stay in contact because we're always looking for brand safe content creators. And I was like, hey, you know, I'm pretty brand safe, right? Right? At least I'm not wearing the Booba maid outfit right now. Because yes, well, you didn't see it, but the first maid outfit I tried to put on had like massive Booba, and then I couldn't get it off. I had to switch to a different model because I couldn't get the model off. It was literally glued to my character model and I could not pull it off. That was cursed. You're the dog boy VTuber of your workplace. Yeah, it's like a one of those stress animals that you get for the that you get at a high stress workplace environments. Yeah. You know what's funny? What's really funny is that at my previous company, the product owner was like, Jono, you are good for the morale at the company. You make everybody laugh and feel welcomed. And I'm just like, is that the reason I'm still here? So yeah, apparently I'm good for morale in the workplace. So maybe I am like a support dog. Also, Willow, you want to see the full size? There you go. There's full size. I hate the fact that it works. Whoops. Grab it. There we go. Now that's way better. There we go. All right. Well, I guess I'm now stuck wearing a maid costume for the rest of the stream today. Oh my freaking god. You're telling us the fourth time. Sorry, Alessandra. It's for the new people. We've had a lot of new people join the community recently. Yeah, the past week, because I was part of Obake Pam's concert. Speaking of which, if you guys actually check out Pam's concert, you can get a sneak peek of the devil Jono. Because basically the singers were allowed to create like a 1-minute promo video. So I included all of my models, including the upcoming devil one, in that promo. So you will have to go and check out her concert if you want a sneak peek of the devil Jono. Or you could just wait until my 3rd year anniversary. I'm going to combine them. I'm going to do the devil reveal as well as the 3rd year anniversary. I'm going to make the 3rd year anniversary a celebration of the devil reveal. How about that? It's going to be themed around the devils of Soros. Fan art time. Oh my god. I'm not mad. My caps is unstable. It's like that night you lost control and you can no longer escape because your keyboards all the keys are missing. All right, let's bring up some different music here. Let me just find my folder. Where is it? Yep, there it is. Let's go with some mystery music. Open that up. Also, okay. This looks nice. This sounds nice. All right. Also, I need to open up OBS on my main computer before we can discuss what is actually happening today. Close that down, close that here, project onto the laptop capture card, and then I want to window capture. No? Yes. And we'll bring it up like that. Okay. So now I can go to the gaming room. Woohoo! Okay. Why is the Batsu still there? You know what? I'm going to spin it. The Batsu's here. I want to spin it. I want to see what kind of monstrosity. If it's an exercise one, I'll do it. Really? Really? Okay. Okay. I will edit a highlight video of the stream afterwards. You know what? It's a trending topic. Might as well give it a shot. Give it a shot. Okay. Shadow the Hedgehog. So where did your manhood... My manhood is still here. It didn't go anywhere. I am brave enough to wear a maid costume without feeling insecure. Ha! Beat that. What was it that C.S. Lewis said? C.S. Lewis said when he was a child, he was afraid... He would hide the fact that he was reading fairy tales because he was afraid of being seen as a child. But now as an adult, he realized that he put away such childish thoughts because worrying about what other people think about you is the actual childishness. So yeah, I'll take inspiration from C.S. Lewis on that one. You know, it's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed by it. To everyone else, it's just AoE damage. Okay, that's not exactly what he intended, but you know what I meant. You know what I meant. I'm not too worried about wearing a maid costume. It would be kind of funny if this whole like stream or a highlight video of this blows up and then I have to kind of explain to all the new people. But Shadow the Hedgehog, how you doing? Have you been sharpening your edge today? He's never had one to begin with. Hey, Willow. Cringe damage. Exactly. You know those wait, I'm gonna actually bring it up here. Just a moment. Where is it? Sorry. I don't want to say it until I've here we go. Here we go. No, that's not right. Also, this soundtrack's a little weird. I'm gonna change it up in a second. You know what? I'll go with this one. I'll go with this one. Copy image, paste. So you know these cars. Yeah, this mystery playlist is not doing it for me. We're switching out for something else. We'll just go with a cool one. Here we go. There we go. So you know these cars, right? Do you want to know what the Japanese word is for people who cover their cars with anime girls and stuff? Also, this song is awesome. Okay, there we go. Literally, the translation is cringe car, like pain car. It physically hurts people to see cars covered in sexy anime girls. Like, it's the type of car that causes pain on those who look at it. That's what the Japanese word translates to, if I remember correctly. There's a specific word. Yeah, let me see if I can find what it is exactly. Japanese word to describe cars covered with anime. I think I can find it here. Itasha refers to cars decorated with anime, manga, and video cameras. Video game characters. The word itasha is literally translated to painful car, meaning cringeworthy, embarrassing, and not to mention painful on the wallet. Welcome to the world of itasha. Wait, here we go. I will screen grab it for you. Come on. I want to test if. Why are you save recovering? No, stop it. Paste. Here we go. That's how you spell it. Yep, literally painful car. I'm faster. You want one in Gundam Rap? That's pretty cool. I'm faster. Wait, the maid dress doesn't look like it's attached to me. Yeah, it's an item. It's a VTuber item, so it's glued to my body. So it might go a little bit out of sync every now and then. But it does look kind of funny. Pain car. Exactly. It is literally a painful car. It hurts to look at. I love that. I love that. All right. We're a little bit off topic today, but I mean, that's the whole point of a, what's this called again? Zatsudan? Yeah, Zatsudan. That's it. Zatsudan is a, oh, why is my frame rate dropping? Whoops. Frame rate is dropping. Can you still hear me? Yep, it's all over the place. It is raining outside, so maybe my ADSL. Okay. I should be back now. Back now. Can you hear me? Why is it not working? Back now. Can you hear me? Just give me a sign. Give me a sign. Also, I'll try and like fix the maid costume a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what it's gluing on that it's not wanting to stick properly. There we go. That's... no. It's whenever I tilt my head down that it goes bad. Ah, well. It's close enough. It's close enough. We heard you the whole time. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay, so what the heck is going on with Helldivers 2? For those of you, I got to do a recap for those of you who haven't heard the news. But basically, if I quickly screen grab, wink. So essentially, there was an announcement today, well, last night actually, about Helldivers 2 now requiring a PlayStation Network account for PC users on Steam. And apparently it's always been like this on the Steam page where it says over here. It says over here that it requires third-party account PlayStation Network to support linking with PlayStation account. I don't know if the exact phrasing has always been this way, but when we started up the game for the past few months, there's always been the option to just skip logging in with a PSN account. It's always been an optional thing. And the developers have been saying here that that was always a temporary fix over here and that it was always supposed to be that way. The issue is, and there are several issues here, is that one, people don't like change in general. Like, and this is, again, me speaking as a community manager with experience at some high-profile games. Communities don't like change, especially if it's a net negative. If there is nothing to be gained from it. And of course, they've tried to sort of frame the story, and I'll highlight it here in a second. They've tried to frame it over here as, oh, why is it not red? Let me brush size over here. They're saying over here it's for value, it's for safety and security reasons that they're doing this, but that's not really enough to convince your community. And let's see here, Sony stink. Okay, yes. So here's the thing. Sony, the game is made by Arrowhead Studios and their publisher is Sony. So contracts between developers and publishers is always behind closed doors. They very, very, very rarely ever let the community see what kind of agreements have been signed between Arrowhead and Sony. And as always, when it comes to contract negotiations, the bigger dog in this game has all the power. Like they form the contract that's always in benefit of themselves, right? Since Sony has the platform and has the money, they can form a contract that Arrowhead capitulates to. And it seems one of the agreements is that PSN, all the players would have to log in via PSN in order to play the game. Now, this game blew up massively, and they said here that there was a grace period where they temporarily, due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we have allowed linking requirements to be temporarily optional. The issue is that I haven't seen anyone bring up the part where they mentioned that this was optional, right? Did they convey that at the start to say this was optional? Because my experience was that the game has always been, it was optional from the beginning. There was just log in or skip. The other issue is that Sony's own policy website said that PC users don't have to use a PSN account, that it is optional. They literally stealth updated their public-facing policy during this controversy yesterday to say that now it is mandatory for some games. So even Sony's own public-facing policy was that it was optional to log in. And then they've stealth changed it without letting anyone know that they'd stealth changed it. Obviously, people have been keeping track of this with the Internet Archive. But yes, so essentially, they're changing the deal, and we must pray that they don't change it any further. So this is already a big issue for a community, because the moment a community gains proof of deception, or I'm trying to think of the best word to describe it, but essentially, whenever it feels like a company is attempting to mess around with the customer or the community itself, there's going to be backlash. And the fact that this was never like accurately communicated from day one, because I haven't seen anything yet, and obviously if you guys can find that info to prove me wrong, then I will. So wait, everyone is having fun, and then you're making an... Exactly. It is a weird change, but we will explain now in a moment exactly what's happening. So let me see if I can bring up the issues. So why is Sony doing this? Why is Sony doing this? Well, we don't know fully, but there are several justifiable or rationale. There are several reasons that can rationalize why Sony would want to do this. One, you guys may have heard about the controversy going on from last week involving Stellar Blade with Sony PlayStation, right? With the whole censorship thing, and that a certain former game developer has started a massive petition and boycott of Sony's products, including their PSN network. It could very well be that since Sony's user numbers are dropping and their PSN subscribers are dropping, that C-level suite executives desperately want to pump up those numbers to make the appearance look better than what's actually happening behind the scenes. So they're trying to solve one controversy by creating another. That is a potential reason. While I could definitely see that, because people at executive positions sometimes have the weirdest decision-making abilities I have ever seen. There is also a much more realistic one. But I just want to try and bring up. Okay. So, just a moment. I've got the CEO over here I've got the CEO of Helldivers over here as well. So I'm trying to look in here because there's a lot of information flying around right now, but it's all very, it's very hard to stay on track. And obviously people's emotions are running really high at the moment. So, it's such a weird change. Okay. So there's already that. So Sony's already got like one drama going on at the moment, and it is possible that they're trying to inflate the numbers. It's kind of like how Disney has been giving away Disney Plus before every shareholder meeting, like literally a month before every Disney shareholder meetings, there is some kind of massive giveaway or 90% discount on Disney Plus because they want to pump those subscription numbers so that they can say to investors, we gained 1 million subscribers this quarter, even though we only gave it away for like 90% off. And you know, that it's that kind of executive level shenanigans and number fudging that's very realistically could be happening. But the more realistic reason for why Sony is doing this is ultimately control. It's the same thing with a lot of these publishers. Why EA and Ubisoft and Activision, all of that, they pulled their games away from Steam and then eventually came crawling back. They want control over their product and their player base, and it's much harder to control a community on Steam than it is if you control the entire platform or their accounts, right? So Sony just, and this is maybe just purely coincidental, but Sony just got a patent that will allow them to have an AI that auto bans players based on readings of their biometric data to tell whether they're being a troll or a griefer. So literally, Sony wants a future where they can auto ban players from their entire games library if their AI thinks you're being a mean person. Which is horrific and dystopian. And of course, the more these companies link their accounts together, the more likely the sort of social credit system that we've seen in China would be replicated in a similar sense, where if you misbehave in one game, it could ripple across to all your other games because all of your accounts have now been linked together, right? That's kind of a sort of end goal for these sort of these companies that are fixated on controlling their customers and product. Another example is Epic Games and the freebies. Yes. Epic Games tried so hard to beat Steam, and it's not happening. You want to know why? Is because all of these companies are developing the platform for themselves. They're not developing a platform for their customers, right? They're trying to force their customers onto the platform with exclusives and trying to drag their games off. But the main reason why Steam is so successful and loved is because it's literally built to make the customer's life easier, right? Steam's got community features. It's got positive and negative reviews, even though right now, let me just check out here just a sec. What is it? Oh my God. Holy cow. Okay. I will show you guys. Oh, every time I refresh this, it gets worse for Helldivers right now. It is over over 80,000 negative reviews in the past 24 hours. Look at this massive. This is from today, 51,000, and then it was like almost 40,000 from yesterday. This is the lifetime of the game, right? In one day, they have almost completely negated all of the positivity that they developed. Okay. So, why is it that everybody is review bombing? And oh yeah, before I get onto that, so Sad Willow, the whole discussion about with Epic Games, is that it's not too surprising Sony wants real data too. Yes, that's the thing, right? Is that apparently in some countries when you sign up with PSN, you have to include your face, a photo of your face, and your government issued ID like a driver's license. Why? Why do I need to give this company my driver's license in order to play a video game I purchased? That is the big question. And the simple answer is because it's money. It's money. It's money. These companies need more control and money. The other, and this is the thing, right, is that the PSN network is not available in every single country. So this update is going to mess up a lot of people in, say, Russia, in, say, Philippines, some European countries, almost the entirety of Africa, except for South Africa. I believe South Africa is the only country that has the PlayStation Network. So if you're in Africa and you bought Helldivers 2, that means when this change comes in at the end of the month, you lose your game. You lose your game completely. And if you lie on your PSN account, that gives PlayStation a reason to ban you, permanent ban you, and then you lose the game anyway. So there's no winning here. There's no winning here. So this is the main reason why everyone's upset. Now, why is everybody review bombing? Well, the review bombing is an outlet of expression, and it's kind of a consequences of how Arrowhead has handled this. See, when this announcement was made, they made the mistake that I've seen a couple of community managers do, and that is, come on, where is it? Hold up. I want to show you this. I want to show you this. Community Hub. Here we go. It's hard to see, but they've locked the accounts. They've locked replies. Why is this a problem for your game? Why should you never lock the replies on something like this? Well, the reason for why this is a problem is because where is all of that frustration and anger gonna go? It's kind of like when you smush a spider that's carrying all its babies on its back, and then you've got 1,000 babies running in every single direction, and you took what was a very contained problem and you've turned it into a pathogen. Right? If you guys want to see what's happening, look at this. Look at this. This is their Discord. This is their official Discord. Of course, the moment I want to show people, like, it has been moving non-stop since this announcement. It's like watching a chat on a high-profile streamer where it's just going brrr with people typing. Like, at the moment, it's slowed down, but earlier today, I could not actually read anything because the chats were going brrr so fast. Okay. And all of it is negative. So here's the other reason why there's a big PRL going on, is that the very people who have been hired and paid to manage this kind of situation, the community managers, and again, speaking as a community manager, I cannot believe how they are handling this. You want to know how they're handling it? With snark, with sarcasm, with mockery. They have jumped, they have poured gasoline on the fire. Essentially, it's saying, go away, and if you don't like what we're doing, you can leave. Go leave a bad review is basically what one of their community managers said. Now, they've tried to reframe it now, and they're trying to say, oh, no, it's an outlet to let Sony, let Sony see what's happening. Trying to, like, wash their hands of it. The issue is that there are other posts where they're mocking people, saying, why are you still here? I thought you'd refund. That's what one of their official community managers said. Now, remember what I said earlier about how customers in communities, if they feel slighted or mistreated by the company, it is justification for their anger. It makes them feel more justified and makes things worse. That, yeah, really, yes, exactly. My jaw dropped when I saw this. This is their official community manager. I believe it was Spitz on their Discord. Literally said, why are you still here? I thought you'd refunded, right? That is not how you keep customers. That is not how you calm things down. Now, I can imagine that they are getting a lot of Virtual, and there's going to be a lot of stupid people saying stupid things. But you cannot give them ammunition, right? Also, it doesn't help that almost all the content creators are now talking about this, myself included. I might be guilty about this, but I'm trying to do this in a mature way, in an educational way, and speaking from experience as someone who's been in the shoes of something like this. Not quite to this scale, but Sony, hire me. Yes. Wait, I think I can get a couple of screenshots. Let's see here. Okay, I've got their CEO's response here. Oh yeah, someone here has got wait, I'm gonna bring this across here. So have a look at this. So do I have to sign in on PlayStation? And it used to say signing in is optional. Now they've changed that to say signing in some PlayStation games may require you to sign in. So they did a stealth change literally on the day. Okay, sorry, it's a little hard to control everything while chatting. Just a moment. I've never done a stream like this before. I hate drama topics, but I want to turn this into a kind of an educational discussion stream, right? So, where is it? Here we go. So here's one comment by their community manager that said, it's not like this is the first or even 14th mainstream game that requires third-party accounts to take a couple minutes to create. But if it's a deal breaker to have to take 120 seconds out of your day to enter an email and a password and forget about it, then change your Steam review and make your displeasure known on the platform where it matters. Now that's a very hostile way to frame it. And I would say this is not terrible, but it's not great. It's not great. It's coming across as, oh, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you. It's condescending, it's talking down, and it completely ignores the other issues, which is what happens to the players in the countries that PSN is not in, right? And Spitz actually addressed this later on, where they kind of apologized a little bit for it, where they were like, oh, sorry, yeah, we weren't aware of this. But your company is in crisis mode right now. This is what your community position is supposed to be doing, is managing this crisis. And jumping in without thinking or discussing it with the rest of your team is making things worse, right? So how would I handle this? First off, I would say to the community, we hear you, we're listening, we're discussing. Please hold on until we have an update. Okay? Why would we do this? Because in PR training, in PR speak, when you want to control the flow of a narrative, you can use timing as a sense of gating it. So it outdates the information. Like right now, like as the step of the story is going, bad announcement, community unhappy. Community managers have responded saying, we know you're unhappy. We're talking about it. Please hold. Okay. That's essentially the very bare bones explanation. But what this does is that it changes. I'm sorry, I'm just going to add a new layer. No, stop it. Yes. Okay, add a new layer. And we'll go black. Okay. So, where's my pen? Okay. So, black. Okay. So we got bonfire over here, right? Which then leads into anger going in every direction because they blocked the post. So people had nowhere to concentrate their anger. Like, I guarantee if they had not locked the announcement post, this wouldn't have spread as much as it has. So what's ended up happening is people are making YouTube videos about it. People are going on Discord. People are going on Twitter/X, right? They're going in everywhere. And then they're in their review bombing, right? Review bombing, right? So this is already like nightmare scenario. You squish the spider and now the babies are literally running everywhere. So how do they handle this? Well, on Discord, they basically said, go frick yourself. That's not going to help. That's not going to help. And I can understand that there are people that are, you know, tensions are high, emotions are running high. But again, don't add fuel to the fire. What you're supposed to do, so don't do that. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just say, hey, we hear you. We're listening. Please wait. Please wait. So what this happens is that the narrative of when somebody says, oh, did you hear that drummer? People can say, please wait. The developers are cooking, right? The developers have listened to us. We have been heard. Give them a moment to breathe. That shifts the anger. And obviously you can't leave your viewers waiting forever. That would be that would be like kicking the can down the road. So do not recommend leaving your developers waiting forever. But that buys you time, right? Waiting buys you time and lets you come together as a team. It lets the whole community team work together. It lets the CEO get together. It lets Sony take a look at what's happening. Because I can guarantee you Sony didn't expect this level of response. They did expect negativity, right? But not on this scale. And I can tell you, I can explain to you exactly why they expected this negativity. Hold on, sorry, I haven't read chat in a while. Let me quickly catch up. It's worse because of how the game started out as a golden child. Without all the politics. That is a fair point. Like I've been chatting to a lot of people, and it's basically, it's the fact that the game is focusing purely on being an immersive experience. It's one of the few games where you can just play it and have fun, and you haven't had to worry about all this corporate nonsense, all of this, all like the politics that goes on Twitter and on the news 24/7. Just being able to play a game and have fun has become a bit of a rare thing nowadays, right? Oh, damn. This is a major frick up. Nah, frick him. Brother, how do you get a job as a PR person and then proceed to shit the bed? Exactly. Exactly. That's why I was dumbfounded. Now, here's the problem. I'll tell you why. Why that... Wait, where did... Just a second. There we go. I can tell you why they've done that. And community managers have changed in recent years. Also, why is this? There we go. Community managers have changed, and this is going to sound weird, but I blame Wendy's. I blame Wendy's. You guys know of the famous Wendy's Twitter account, right? The super snarky, claps back, doesn't hesitate to roast people kind of thing, right? Went viral, got a huge amount of following, was a bonus, huge thing for Wendy's, right? What I think is that a lot of community managers looked at that and thought that that was the model moving forward. That you can just clap back, and it kind of works. Because I've seen a lot of people defending Spitz and saying, oh, you know, they're just posting massive W's. Oh, they're super boost because they're, you know, mocking the paying customer. That laugh in the music was perfectly timed. No, it's not a W. It's not based. It's not good business. It's not good for your community, man. It's not good for your community, which you're being paid to manage. You are not being paid to dish out sass. You're being paid to be a bridge. A bridge between the community and your developers. Because your developers want to develop. They want to make games, right? Your developers will be coding. They'll be creating. They'll be working on stuff to make the community happy. The community manager's job is to let the developers know how the community is feeling about it. To let the community be that bridge. Not the sass. And that's the problem here, right? Is that the snark and the sass is making things on fire. And what's ended up happening is, if I grab this screenshot here, this is the post. This is the latest tweet from the CEO of the company. And I feel sorry for this guy. I've met a lot of CEOs now, and this guy looks like a pretty good human being. And he says, ouch, right in the review score. I guess it's warranted Sorry everyone for how this is all transpired. I hope we will make it up and regain the trust by providing a continued game experience. I just want to make great games. And then he shows the negative reviews, right? Look at the difference in attitude towards the paying customer from the CEO versus the sassy community manager, which is why I feel so sorry for the CEO. And if I was in his position, I would be calling up the community team and asking them what the hell are they doing, because they're not being paid to give out SaaS. They're being paid to be that bridge, right? And they're not doing, but they're burning the bridge. They are burning that bridge. Okay. And the thing is that it's very hard to feel sorry for this outcome when literally the team members were telling people to create this outcome. Right? Now, obviously, I can feel it. I can feel for this guy because that's not what he was paying his community team to do. But this is what that community team has gone and done. Okay. So, dialing it back a little bit. How do you do, fellow kids? But here's the thing, right? Is that there's a sort of a genuine authenticity in his response here. Like, you can feel it. You can feel that he's upset about it. And the way that he's framed it as well also reveals that his hands are tied, right? They said, regain the trust by providing a great game experience, not walking it back. The only thing that they can do is to continue working on the game, which, if you read between the lines in the subtext of this statement, basically means Sony is the only one who can walk this back. The CEO of Arrowhead cannot walk this back. That means they're contractually obliged. They're forced to go ahead with this unless Sony changes their mind. The only way that they can try to undo this mess is to continue making a great game experience. Okay? That's the subtext of the tweet here. Right? Is that it's very unlikely. The only thing they can do is just hope that Sony realizes that this is taking a massive PR hit for them. Okay. So why did Sony expect that this was going to be a blowback? Well, it's another little PR trick that I know of. They released this on a Friday. Okay. This goes back quite a few decades now. And this is from, I'm going to call it old school PR. Okay. And I apologize for my horrible handwriting. Okay. Old school PR, right? We're talking from the days of newspapers, TV news, radio. Okay. Timing your announcements based on the time of the week is old school PR thinking. Okay, sorry, I'm just bringing up chat so I can read things here. Okay, but is that much better? Oof. Technically, I'm 102 years old, okay? Okay. So, PR schools or PR training will tell you if you have good news, release it on a Monday. And if you have bad news, you release it on a Friday. And why is this? Because on a Monday, everyone's going to be talking about that good news when they're at work or at school or whatever, right? When people are, they have the whole week to discuss it, to do whatever, right? But when you have bad news and you release it on a Friday, traditionally, it has less of an impact because on your day off, are you going to be just reading the newspapers, watching the TV news, listening to the radio, or are you going to be, doing your hobbies, spending time with family, talking to friends, if you have them, literally, you time, right? When the news is happening on the week, it's very easy to passively absorb it. But on the weekend, traditionally, most people did not want to get involved in news and such during the weekends. The problem is that we are not in the old school PR cycle anymore. And this strategy, while it might work on a sort of macro corporate level for stock news and such, because most stockholders and stock investors and such like that, you know, are people who still listen to those old mediums like TV, radio and such. The thing is that with particularly entertainment, both pop culture, movies, film, TV and such, information moves way faster now, right? So releasing bad news on a Friday is actually the worst possible thing you can do. Why? Because one, your staff is on a weekend, right? Most of your staff won't be available because it's weekend, which means A, you're going to start crunching them, especially your community team, because you need to put out these fires. Two, your what's the right way to say it? Your favored outlets. Your favorite outlets, you know, your IGNs, your Kotakus, your basically your traditional, your legacy, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna reframe it to that. I'm gonna say legacy media. Your legacy media, your legacy media friends, which gain all sorts of benefits such as early review copies, access to interviews, advertisers, right? You know, Sony does a lot of advertising and business dealings with legacy media, right? They are working. They will not be available on the weekend, right? But you know who does work on weekends? YouTubers, live streamers. That content grind does not stop for the weekend for these people. And you want to know who Sony has the least influence over? These guys, right? Content creators. So what ends up happening is by releasing bad news on a Friday, you have actually done the worst possible thing for yourself, which is basically all your friends in the legacy media are a few days behind, and content creators have an entire weekend to set the sentiment. I mean, this happened immediately with Pirate Software, where on his review on Steam, let me see here. He's probably the most rated, where is it? Nope, stop it. Stop playing. Stop auto-playing. It is here somewhere. Oh, and it's gone. Okay. But yeah, he was one of the first people to post a negative review discussing this, and being a large content creator, that set the standard. This is something I learned at, I don't want to say which company, but at one of the companies I was a community manager for. They were saying usually the first couple of people set the tone for everything else. Okay. I'm going to delete everything. Delete. Why can't I delete everything? Okay, you know what? New layer. If that's how it's going to be, I'm going to make a new layer. You can't stop me. I'm still learning Clip Paint Studio, okay? And I'm doing black and white so that I don't burn your eyeballs with like a pure white sheet. Let me see how chat's doing. Oh yeah, I would. Too many people are terminally online and therefore it spreads like wildfire. Exactly. Exactly. So essentially by doing it on Friday, Sony and Arrowhead have made the worst possible situation for themselves. Most of their staff is not available. Most of their friends in the media are not available. But every single content creator will jump on this. And I saw it. I saw today, literally, I could not, like my YouTube feed was filled with dozens of people I've never watched before making videos about this, right? What's going to happen? You know, like maybe someone in IGN is like working overtime or has like a weekend shift and they're going to put out an article in time. But, you know, the YouTubers have covered this within, before like the 24 hours was even up. I mean, we saw 80,000 dislikes. Wait, black and white again. We've seen over 80,000 negative reviews on Steam. In less than a day. I guarantee you that number is not going to stop. That's not going to stop. Okay? Especially when you've got your community managers telling people to go leave negative reviews. Entertainment companies. And here's the thing, right? Remember I mentioned Wendy's earlier, right? Wendy's, right? They're a food company, right? People buy their food to eat it, preferably. And you know what? I actually kind of like Wendy's food. I haven't had it in many years, but I did like it when I had it. Why is this misbehaving again? There we go. Whereas entertainment companies are fully reliant on their user base, on their customer base. Wait a minute, he's still in the maid outfit. Yeah, I'm keeping the maid outfit on now anyway. I'm rolling with it. Okay, so entertainment companies have several things they need to be aware of, especially from a community manager's point of view. Is one, they are very replaceable. There are thousands of other games, of other movies. Yeah. Other movies. TV shows. That even other content creators like me right now, right? You're not playing Helldivers 2 right now. You're watching me, right? There's content on YouTube, on Twitch. There's millions, probably not even thousands, millions of other things that someone can do for their entertainment, right? So what that means is that when you have someone, you don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose them. You want that retention. And here's the thing, right? Live service games live and die by player retention. Player retention determines everything. That's why most game developers or publishers are obsessed with creating grind patterns, content loops, forcing people to keep playing, to keep staying. I mean, heck, Activision Blizzard increased the recall time on their town portal summon in Diablo 4 by, like, it was either 1 or 2 seconds. Because when you have 1 million plus players, making them wait an extra 2 seconds is hundreds of hours of playtime that is added to their metrics to show to investors. Right? Retention is everything. And in an industry where you are instantly replaceable, it is more important than ever to be in a good standing with your community. Right? And I'm not saying that every game company and developer like needs to sort of just give up whenever, my eyes, whenever there's drama. You know, obviously, you know, there are things, there are going to be disagreements, and there are going to be times where you got to stick to your guns, but it's how you handle it that is really, really important. Besides, a lot of newer and really good stuff is starting to be made by solo developers. Yes, that is another topic entirely. The AAA, also, let me increase my density, so the AAA versus the AA versus the indie, right? What's happening more, and in maybe even Ubisoft's case, they like to call themselves the quadruple A with Skull and Bones. So we'll put a maybe there for the quadruple A. But yeah, people are moving more and more to Palworld, to Helldivers 2. We have content warning. We had Lethal Company, right? All of these games came out in the last like 5 months. Yeah, like December I think was when Lethal Company blew up, and then Palworld blew up, and then Helldivers blew up, and then Content Warning is now blowing up as well, right? All of these are from the AA and indie space. Delete. This thing's irritating me. Come on. Drop that in there, and then go to a new layer, Jono. There we go. Figuring it out. So yeah, basically, in the entertainment sphere, you are very replaceable. And I think Disney is also starting to find this out as well, because we have something that every CEO dreads and hates. CHURN. What is CHURN? Churn is when you essentially lose a customer. This could be for many reasons. They grow out of it. They dislike the change. You know, life happens, you know. They die. They move on. Right? Move on. These are all reasons for why you lose customers, right? Churn is natural. Churn is expected. The issue is when your churn is greater than your new customers. New customers. And I'm using the word here very specifically customers because I despise the word consumer, right? Executives, developers, community managers, we need to start using the word customer again. Because that changes the mental framework of, wait a minute, I'm not just talking to players. I'm not just talking to consumers. I'm talking to my customers. The people who give me money. The people who fund my paycheck. Because I feel that there's been a growing disconnect. I think you may have heard of the term, what was it again? Shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's when you're at the workplace, but you've already sort of retired mentally. So you're doing the bare minimum. I've forgotten the name. Does anybody know what that's called again? Can somebody help me out here? There was a term for this. When somebody's already sort of retired in the job and they're just doing the bare minimum until they get fired. It wasn't let it rot. That's something happening in another country. You know, it's gonna when it comes back to me, I'll tell you. But yeah, basically, oh man, never heard of it. Yeah, there's an actual term that's happening where because companies are treating their employees so badly, you know, there's no benefit to working 10 years or overtime or anything like that. Because the companies are mistreating their employees are losing their motivation to actually work. You know, they get the job, but then they just slack. You know, they spend all day just browsing the internet. They pretend to be doing work. They do the absolute bare minimum because they know that they're going to get fired, or, you know, they'll join a new company within 2 years, and that's the only way that they can get a promotion. That's another thing, speaking from my experience as a community manager in the games and tech sphere, is that promotions have also gotten really bad. You know, you can work overtime, you can bust your behind, but then some random person for random reasons who's a preferred favorite will get the promotions and everything. And your salary will go up by like 0.5%. And you sit there going, why did I work so hard? The company doesn't care about me and they'll let me go in the moment's notice. Why am I working so hard for them? Why do I care if they don't care? Right? So this is creating a sort of systemic problem with the industry as a whole. And it also boils down to this issue of not calling people customers anymore because the employees don't care. So if they don't care about the customers, they don't care about the person that hires them, they just believe they're going to move on to a new company and that's the only way they can get a better job, a better raise. And this is creating a whole feedback loop of negativity. And it actually stems from the top. It stems from the companies not caring about their employees. So we'll just go C, we'll go E, and then we'll just put P here for players, but we're actually referencing customers, okay? Quiet quitting. That was it, Namame. Thank you so much, Namame. Also, hi. Yes, quiet quitting. That's the word I'm looking for here. Quiet quitting. So mentally, you've quit your job. But you're still there because you want to cash in that paycheck. Okay? This is a big problem in the tech and gaming industry because it's creating this negative feedback loop, and you can feel it. You can feel how games have declined in quality. And again, look at how some of the community managers have been talking to their communities. It's ridiculous. Hi, Ludwig. Welcome. Just stopping by. Wishing you all the best. Yeah, we're having a bit of an impromptu chatting stream. I'm talking about the whole Helldivers 2 drama at the moment. I might play a round or two after I've done talking, but you know, I'm enjoying this. I thought I would make it more educational, more of an educational stream today. But yeah, quiet quitting has become a bit of a problem, and we're seeing the long-term ramifications of that, right? Because the companies don't care about the employees, or the customers, and the employees don't care about the customers. Why the customers are now becoming more and more sort of sensitive to this. And I think this is one of the reasons why Helldivers 2 was such a huge success. Why it was such a huge success? Because they cared about their customers. You know, they were having fun. They were having a great time. They were delivering content. They were not trying to squeeze as much money out of their player base as humanly possible, right? Helldivers 2 wasn't corporate. It wasn't current day corporate, we'll put it that way, right? They actually, at least from my views of the CEO and everything, they viewed the customers, the players, as customers. And I think that's one of the reasons why they were so successful, was because everybody went, finally! Finally! Finally, our money is going to someone who cares, right? And what did this new announcement do? This whole PSN forced behaviors, nonsense. What has that done? It's broken that feeling. It's broken that feeling. It's made it going, oh yeah, yep. You are still, you know, enslaved to your corporate publisher master. And it's souring the community. And you can see how the community is tearing itself apart, because this fracture is that you've got one side that's for this and the other side that's against this. You can see there are comments where people are saying, oh, you know, it's just babies. You know, just create an account. And you've got other people who don't want to be, you know, they don't want to feel, you know, they want to be cared for. They want to feel like the developer's on their side. They want that trust, right? And then there's also people who feel like it's, you know, it's just wrong to take away the games, especially for people who don't have it in their same region. Hi Ludwig, hi. Take care too. Ish Gaming, what's going on? I couldn't do the Baldur's Gate stream tonight, so I'm discussing the Helldivers 2 drama and explaining as a community manager what's gone wrong. Basically everything has gone wrong. Like, you could not ask for a better, like, shitstorm. Yeah, long story short, everyone on Steam is going to have a PSN account if they want to keep playing Helldivers. So essentially, you will lose access to the game you paid for and have been playing perfectly fine for months. You will no longer be able to play unless you make a Sony account and link it to them. And in some countries, Sony wants your face and your government ID in order to make a PlayStation account. So yeah, obviously people are not happy. And it doesn't help that the community managers are also making fun of people on the official Discord. They are mocking them, saying, go make a review, make a negative review if you don't like it. Or, why are you still here? I thought you refunded the game. You know, actually antagonizing the community. So yeah, just all around disaster. Worldwide, 157,000 players right now. I think the game will be okay. Well, here's the thing, right? Is that is I will show you, because I actually brought that up earlier. I think I still have it open here. Where is it? Also, welcome to the stream. I'm really, really glad that you could pop in, Wise World Universe. Yes, I'm a former community manager for large game companies as well. I don't want to talk about them too much because that could dox me. But what's it? Let's see here. I've had PR training and I've been managing community managers for like 10 years now. So I'm just sharing this as a more of an educational stream to explain. So let's see here. Steam player numbers, Helldivers 2. Now, obviously, every game goes through decay. The issue is, like, let's take a look at what the players are this week. It says right now there's 104,000 Steam users in game, or 105,000. The exact same time last week was 160,000. So just a second, so I can screen grab it for you guys. I just realized I should be screen grabbing it. Come on, game, behave. There we go. So the Steam numbers, like, again, it's every game goes through decline. This is natural, right? This is natural progression. You know, people get bored of the game, they move on, and that's kind of thing, right? The issue here, as I was mentioning just earlier, is that as an entertainment company, you don't want churn. Churn is the rate at which you're losing customers versus gaining them. And in a live service game, churn is more important than ever. The churn figures make influence a lot of decisions behind the scenes. So to lose 70,000 players in a week is nothing to scoff at. 70,000 players is larger than most entire online services in some cases. In a lot of cases, actually. So it's not really overreacting. And again, worldwide universe, there are several very important reasons why this is a problem, especially for people where PSN is not available in their regions. You know, they bought the game on Steam and they will no longer be able to play the game they bought because PlayStation is not actually available in their country. And if they violate the terms and services by using a VPN or putting in fake information, you know, Sony can still go ahead and delete access to their game, right? Like, Sony is literally forcing them to break their terms of service in that case. So there's 69, very nice, 69 countries that, 69 countries that PSN is available in, right? Steam has been selling worldwide in every country practically, right? What's going to happen to those players? In-game event from last week. Basically every week there's an in-game event, but there's an in-game event going on right now with the whole the super bugs, the super colony going on. Whoops, also we lost the music. Hold up, we'll bring it back up. I'm not trying to make excuses here. I'm just discussing the PR element of it, right? Every game is going to go through a decline. The issue is that one of the main reasons behind the success of Helldivers 2 was its relationship with the community and the developers of Arrowhead. And unfortunately, Sony has decided to meddle with that. On top of the fact that there are the community managers of Helldivers on Discord being very antagonistic, you know, making fun of people while not, you know, and I know, Spitz, that was the name, Spitz. And I know Spitz has apologized for their post because they didn't understand that, you know, only 69 countries have PSN in it and that their player base outside of those countries is now screwed. They apologized in that, but the problem is that they're reacting without actually coming together as a team and analyzing it. And just to recap a little bit for you Wise before you joined, I was discussing that as a community manager in companies myself in PR timing, with PR training, one of the things that you should do in a crisis like this, because let's be honest, this is a crisis. This is a PR crisis that's happening for the company right now. You need to add a time gate. You need to stop what's happening. And the way you do this is you tell your community that you are listening, you are talking, and you will have an answer. You will have an answer when you're ready. So please wait. What that does is it puts your community in a state of waiting rather than a state of agitation, right? Where you can say that you are listening, you're gathering feedback, and you're in talks. What that does is it slows everything down and buys you time. It buys you time to come together as a team to discuss things, to come up with a time to discuss with Sony to figure out what's happening. By jumping on the fire and insulting players and telling people to leave a bad review and making fun of people saying, why are you still here? I thought you refunded. Those kinds of antagonistic comments from your community managers is making everything worse. Everything worse. If I had a teammate who did that without discussing with the rest of the team, I would be furious. Because as a community manager, everything you say speaks on behalf of the team, of the company, right? We have the CEO, and I showed the tweet earlier, and I've gotten rid of it now, but the CEO came out and tweeted saying, ouch, it hurts, but it's well deserved, right? The CEO is very upset, and I feel sorry for him because community managers are supposed to be the bridge of your community. Hi, Vitch. We're discussing drama. I'm using my experience as a community manager for large companies, video game companies. I'm using my experience to discuss how it's been very poorly handled on this end. But yeah, the CEO is upset, and his response is a way better PR response. But yeah, right now, I can understand why emotions are running high, but that's exactly why you should be adding in a time gate, why you should be slowing things down and coming together as a team and discussing things before throwing out snark and sass, right? I said earlier that the community managers are not being paid to write sassy posts on Discord or Twitter, right? They're being paid to be a bridge for their community. So, yeah. I mean, I see people saying, oh yeah, they're posting W's and they're making based responses and everything, but literally antagonizing your customers is not going to work well, because in an entertainment product, you are easily replaceable and your churn rates are going to skyrocket, right? The percentage of people demanding refunds, I guarantee, is going extremely high. And I will admit, I will actually put in a refund request if they go ahead with this. I am waiting. I love the game. It is the most fun I've had in a game in a long time. It's really, really fun. But if they're going to force me to do this after I'd already paid for the game, I'm going to request a refund. And I will admit, I have put a negative review, and I've said the community manager told us to put on a negative review. So here I am. Okay? Because if there's one thing you should know about the internet, is never underestimate weaponized autism. Okay, no, seriously. Never underestimate the internet's ability to be obsessive and petty and dedicated. The internet is a scary place, right? I don't know how much of you guys have ever heard about 4chan stories and how they will literally track down individuals on the smallest bits of information, how they will go after people who hurt animals, right? The internet is full of people with a scary amount of skill sets. So never, never, never provoke, antagonize, actually try and set a challenge, right? When you set a challenge, it becomes a game, right? When your community managers make a game, which is, we challenge you to leave a negative review, what's going to happen? 100,000 negative reviews in 24 hours. That's what happens, because the community managers turned it into a game for the community, going on, we dare you. Go ahead and try this. Well, they tried this. And the scary thing is that last week, this community killed 2 billion bugs in under 48 hours. 2 billion bugs in the game were murdered as part of a challenge, as part of the community event, right? They gave us, I think it was 6 days or something like that. It was 4 to 6 days. They did it in 2, right? This company knows. They know what happens when you issue a challenge to people on the internet. They go challenge accepted, right? So why on earth would a community manager challenge people to go leave a negative review? That is, So that's why the CEO said, ouch, this hurts. But it's entirely expected. The bug extermination was glorious. Yes, it was. And I was part of it. I love it. I love this game. And that's why I'm discussing this, right? Because this is another thing I wanted to talk about, right? Love and hate are on the same coin, right? When your community is in love with your game, or if your community hates your game, it means they're on the coin. They're on your game. You want to know what the opposite of love is? The opposite of love is apathy. It's when they no longer care. That's when you get churn. That's when your community dies. You do not want to generate apathy, right? Right now, the community is hurt, right? The community is upset, right? And the reason they're upset is because they love the game, because they want to see the game succeed. They just hate what is happening right now, right? They're still on this coin. Provoking them risks apathy, because if the developers don't care, if the community managers don't care, why should I care? Remember what we discussed about quiet quitting happening in the workplace, right? This is how negativity is contagious. It's a mental contagion, right? Negativity breeds more negativity, right? And obviously hate is a negative emotion, but it's a defense mechanism because you have a desire to protect something, whether that's yourself or your family or your friends or the things you love, right? It's a defense mechanism. It's to protect. Apathy, they don't care anymore. Indifference. Yes, apathy is the same as indifference, right? Look at my favorite example. Star Wars. Right? Star Wars had a legendary community, a legendary fan base. Right? That's the whole reason why Disney paid $4 billion for it. Okay? And a controversial movie came out, The Last Jedi. And I'm not going to get into the topic of The Last Jedi here, but I want to discuss how Disney handled it. How did Lucasfilm employees handle this, right? They mocked their community. They made fun of them. They belittled them. They talked down to them. They thought they were replaceable. You want to know what happened after that? The very next movie after The Last Jedi was a little movie called Solo. You probably haven't heard of it because it was the first ever Disney movie to lose money. It was unprofitable. And what did the CEO of Disney do after that? They canceled all movies. And they went to TV. Star Wars went from guaranteed moneymaker to a TV series. And I'm not going to pick sides here. What I want to focus on is the community side of things for this topic. Also, sorry. Yes, good old 4chan. Yes, 4chan's scary. I used to spend a bit of time on there just to see, you know, because I like to keep my finger on the pulse of communities and such. But yeah, that's a scary place. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing up Disney Star Wars here is that I'm seeing a very similar pattern here, right? Community doesn't like a thing. Developers, or in this case, community managers, make fun of the community. Community grows apathetic. Company loses money and starts having to cancel things. Okay? That is the problem that is being replicated step by step here, right? Do not belittle your community when you're an entertainment product. Fan service. Oh god, Jono the insult. No. No. Like I said, I've always been interested in immersion, in storytelling, and communities. Specifically, game and anime, right? This is how I actually got my internship at a large AAA game studio as a community manager, was because at university I built gaming communities. I built up a gaming club and I ran 48 LANs in 1 year. In 1 year. I created a esports tournament between 3 universities. Right? I have run quite a few Discords and TeamSpeaks. For those of you who remember what TeamSpeak even was. Oops, I've got a C there. Anyway, the point is that I'm used to building communities, and I pride myself on making very safe communities where people are welcome and mostly behaved. I have a lot of history in that, and that was the main reason why I got into community manager positions at large video game companies, is because I know what makes people sort of tick, what people like, what people their behavior. And I think this is the problem, the whole the whole Wendy's problem that I mentioned before, right? Is Wendy's has created this attitude that you can be sassy as a community manager, and that sass doesn't work in an entertainment sphere because, again, you're easily replaceable. When you're hungry and you love Wendy's, you're going to go and grab that Wendy's. It doesn't matter what Wendy's is saying on social media. When you're playing a game and your social media team is making fun of you or mocking your community, well, yeah, obviously that's not going to end well. Teach me, oh master communicator. Okay. I'll give you some advice. Okay. If for those of you who are still at school or university and you want to get into the game industry, even if it's not, or a community position, right? You have to do stuff. Do stuff, right? Don't just waste your free time. Go and build something. Go do something fun. You know, I love gaming communities. I love bringing people together and having a fun. That's why I do this whole VTube thing. Also, we have a lot of people here. I'm going to roll one more Batsu from the Dark Souls punishment stream so I can take off this maid costume. What's my punishment? We have a lot of people here. Yamete kudasai. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Hold up. Okay, off with the maid costume, please. Oh my goodness. Hold up. I'm gonna put on my coat now because I can. Also, welcome everybody. I hope you're having a fun stream today. I hope you're enjoying this little conversation. I've never done something like this, so that's funny. What the frick does that mean? Yamata kudasai means please stop. You usually hear it in very specific types of anime. I'm scared. Okay. I lost viewers because of that. Worth it. Okay. Back on track. The best type. Tier, welcome. Yeah, we got a lot of people doing it. Okay, so if you want to get into game companies or whatever, you know, you got to do what you find interesting. So, you know, you gotta make... Oh my gosh, my handwriting is bad today. Make games, make communities, do anything. Literally. Because, you know, when you put in your CV, when you apply, whether... And I do recommend going for it. When you're at university, go for internships, right? Handwriting. Internships. Because if you never apply, if you don't apply, your chance will always equal 0, right? If you do apply, you might have, in my case, what was it? 9,000 people applied for the internship that I got, and I got it, which means should be that. I'm not very good at math right now, okay? But yeah, you know what? I got a better idea. I'm just gonna say 1 out of 9,000. There we go. Now you guys can do the math. There we go. There was a 1 in 9,000 chance of me getting into a big game company, and I got it because I built a community, right? So take your shot, give it a try. You have nothing to lose, especially if you have fun doing it. 0.011111. Oh, really? Thank you for the math. But yeah, right? So if you are planning on getting into the games industry or in community managing position, my advice is never be complacent. Always be growing, always be learning, always be improving your skills, right? This is also great for your job in general, like when you're job hunting, right? If you're constantly adding more certificates and stuff to your CV and your portfolio, hiring managers, HR managers, they see that. They see that this is someone who isn't just sitting there waiting to be hand-fed a job, that this is someone who is growing and has the potential to become an even greater asset if they get you, right? Right? So never be complacent. My community mentor at big video game company that I'm not going to mention, this was their advice to me. They said, Jono, never grow complacent. Always be improving yourself, right? So this is something I now call the 1% rule. The 1% rule, which is whatever I do, I always want to do it 1% better than the previous time. I want every stream, every paragraph, everything that I do, I want it to be 1%, because if you get better 1% every day, then you're 365% better next year than you were right now. If you improve 1% every single day, you are 3 times better, more than 3 times better than what you were, than you are right now, right? Never stop improving. Work on yourself. Increase your value, right? This is something that I see a lot of people. They get into a company and they just want to become... Can I even draw this? Probably not. Oh, well. We're going to draw a very wonky cog because we're running out of time here. Okay, there we go. Okay, very wonky cog, right? They get into a company and they just want to become a cog in the machine. You know, they just want to do their thing, which is like play with spreadsheets or whatever. You know, they just want repetitive work, claim their paycheck and go home, right? When you join a company, your goal should to become irreplaceable, right? And you do that by bringing value, by improving, by never being complacent. And we lost the music again. Hold up, we're restarting it now. There we go. Math. Even plap plap. Even plap plap. But yeah, Tier. Oh yeah, can we get a exclamation mark Tier or Tier Noir so we can link to his channel? He's debuting on YouTube in like 3 hours. So we're gonna raid into him after this. But yeah, your goal is to become irreplaceable. And I didn't think I was... Akumi, welcome Akumi, how you doing? I never thought I was gonna talk about this on stream, but we have something we might as well deal with here while we're talking about this. Office politics. Woo! My absolute favorite ghost. Okay. Not to be confused with other politics, but just like any politics, it is a poison that divides people, right? Politics in general splits people, you know. It splits them in half. You know, it cracks, it fractures, it makes people go into different groups. Politics is a horrible thing, and I never talk about politics, so please let's not talk about politics in chat. But I want to talk a little bit about office politics and how you can protect yourself when you're in a company, right? So when you join a company, you have to integrate, right? Integrate. And this sucks. This sucks, especially for introverts, right? But you got to talk. You got to meet people. You have to show, and I spelled meet with an A there. You have to meet people, not that kind of meet people. Okay, you have to meet people. You have to interact. You have to integrate, right? Because you can't just sit on your own and do your own thing because, what's it? Again, you're not growing. When you're interacting with people, you learn new things. You gain new trains of thought. You grow. So I would expand that complacency to be also discussing with people. So you can't meet people in the office. No, you'll go to HR if you MEAT people in the office. Eat your coworkers. Oh God, this is getting worse. Right? So whatever it is you've been hired to do, right? You've got to really understand what that is so you can bring value. And bringing it back to the Helldivers 2 topic, right? Is that the community managers right now are doing the exact opposite of what they've been hired to do, right? They've been hired to be that bridge for their community. And instead of being a bridge, they're throwing out sass. And they're not being paid by the CEO to post sass on Discord. And I honestly, and I don't wish this upon them, but I would not be surprised if Arrowhead starts opening positions for community managers in the future. Because you want to hire someone who is going to be that bridge and brings value to the position they've been hired for, right? So really, when you join a company, you need to integrate with the team, you need to bring value to your position, and you need to grow, right? As an individual, you need to keep growing, okay? Office politics is a nasty thing, especially when you start getting higher up on the management chain, because you're going to have something called middle managers, and I'm just going to say execs, okay? But execs, we're not just talking C-suite level executives, we're also talking about like product owners and such like higher than that, right? Once you reach middle and upper levels of a company, well, the game starts being played. The office politics game. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. It is the worst possible thing, because a lot of the times when you join a company, you're at the ground level, right? You're in there, you want to make a good product, you love what you do, and you're getting paid to do what you love. And then you have people in management positions and middle and executive levels who are all trying to backstab each other to get even higher on the corporate board. And there's, okay, in society, we have a 1 in 100 chance of someone being a sociopath, which means if we had 100 people watching the stream right now, there would be at least one sociopath in chat. And Sad Willow, I see you there. In a corporate environment, once you reach middle level, your chance of meeting a sociopath is 1 in 25. And that's because sociopaths don't feel any hesitation in doing all the toxic office politics in order to advance themselves. Right? And it's unfortunate. It's true. So my advice, like if you join a company, is that, integrate yourself, value what you do, bring value to what you do, and grow as a person. But never forget the fact that there is a high chance that you're going to have to interact with sociopaths, right? That 25%, that 1 in 25 chance, right? Not 25%, but you know what I mean. Okay? And I'm not saying everyone in middle management is a sociopath. No. What I'm saying is that there is a game, and I use that term loosely here, but it's a game with players that managers are fighting against each other, and they are using their staff in the lower positions. And this happens in every company, and it's a shame. This is why company culture is so important, right? But this is even happening on a higher level, because we have Sony over here, which is above Arrowhead, right? Sony is playing a corporate game with Arrowhead, and the CEO of Arrowhead itself can't do anything about it. You know what? I'm gonna switch out for a new audio track. We've been listening to this one for a while now. Let's go. Ooh, deep thoughts. I almost said deep thoughts. Deep thoughts. Let's go. Okay. So at the start of the stream, we talked about how one of the theories for why Sony is doing this is because they want to, what was it? Shoot, my brain's gone blank. Dang it. Someone who's here at the start, can you remind me what I said at the beginning with the various theories behind the PlayStation Network doing? Oh yeah, the Stellar Blade drama. The fact that there's currently a boycott going on right now, and that, you know, people are unsubscribing from PSN or PS Plus, and coincidentally in the exact same week, Sony is now trying to force one of their most popular games to now have PSN members to make up for this loss that's happening from the Stellar Blade. What is happening right now? Give me my Stellar Blade and go back. So this is a theory, and it will never be confirmed because all of this stuff happens behind closed doors, but it is very much a possibility. Speaking from experience, seeing how like executives and C-suite people think, right? When you get to investors and fudging the numbers and messing around with data, because PSN is losing a lot of viewers, it is very believable that Sony might be putting this pressure now in order to gain it. But the more realistic one, as I said at the beginning of the stream, the more realistic reason is control. You know, Sony wants control, right? Right now, Steam is in control, right? If they want to ban someone, it has to be through Steam, right? Sony cannot just straight up like easily perma-ban someone, right? But if the PSN count becomes mandatory, then Sony gets all the control over the user, as well as all their data, which is another concern. Okay, so this is very likely a long-term plan for companies to sort of, because let's admit it, right? Steam is an anomaly. I cannot imagine what the gaming community would look like if Valve was a publicly traded company and not private, right? Valve is loved by gamers because they make things for gamers, right? They mess up as well, but they generally, this is why people love Steam, is because it's Valve, right? I'm gonna draw a little heart, okay? People love Valve and Steam, and remember, everybody tried. EA tried, Ubisoft tried, Activision Blizzard tried. They all pulled their stuff off of Steam to try and create their own stores, and the reason those stores didn't work was because they were pro company. They're pro company and not actually for developing communities. You know, they're missing features like voting, discussions, reviews, right? Because these companies don't want to hear their community. They don't want their communities. They want consumers. They don't want customers. They're treating them like consumers rather than customers. And this is why people love Valve, right? Because you can grow communities on Steam. And I'm not saying it's all positive and rainbows. There are flaws and mistakes. And yeah, what you suggest sounds like somebody sacrificed corporate success for politics and now is trying to cover the blunder from shareholders. That is a running theory, and I can completely see why that would happen. Speaking from experience, working in companies, for big companies and such like that, I've seen this before. Without revealing myself, the one time I was in a company, literally everyone on my team got fired except for me. And the only reason I survived was because I was paying attention to the game being played by the higher managers. And I maneuvered myself into a position where I became irreplaceable, where essentially if they got rid of me, a lot of things would fall apart, kind of thing. And I hate that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to do that. And I left that company eventually because, you know, better opportunities came around and all that. But, you know, these are things that you have to be aware of. If you just going back to the office politics, right? If you don't play that game, then you become a piece in that game, right? You get played. And it sucks. It really sucks, because I've seen a lot of wonderful people end up being used by middle managers and whatnot in order to play the office politics game. And I feel for Arrowhead, because reading the CEO's statements, and I highly recommend following the Arrowhead's CEO on Twitter. His posts are very genuine. Let's see here. I can probably bring it up again. Please. Replies. Here we go. Here he is. Just so you guys can all see him. Here we go. This is the guy. This is the CEO of Helldivers 2. And if he's not being genuine, he has had expert PR training. Probably both, to be honest. Probably both. But yeah, his latest post basically said, ouch, right in the review score, talking about the negative reviews. And he says, well, I guess it's warranted. Sorry, everyone, for how this transpired. I hope to make it up again and regain the trust by providing a continued great game experience. I just want to make great games. I mentioned this earlier, but we've got a couple new people here, so I'll mention it again. The subtext here, even though he's the CEO of the company, the only way he can see regaining the trust is by providing a continued great game experience. What that, reading between the lines, and this is something I love doing, is reading public statements or messages and reading the subtext and figuring things out. This is how, also another thing, speaking about the office politics, when you read messages, look for subtext and see hidden messages, right? What the CEO is saying over here, without violating their contracts with Sony, without directly naming and blaming Sony, is they're basically saying the only way that they can fix this is to continue developing the game, trying to make things, make things fun and great, right? They cannot revert the PSN decision. That's not something even the CEO can do, which there's only one person, there's only one entity that can reverse this decision, and that's Sony, right? So the subtext of this tweet is basically, we wish we could fix this, but we signed a deal with the devil. And they want, you know, and this part feels like a plea for help. You know, I just want to make great games, right? I feel that. Willow. I think it's the same phenomenon with squirrel brains getting bigger during winter just to remember where they left their ranks, except it's Jono with gave them drama. Hey! Hey! I can be professional sometimes, okay? Right? But yeah, the, what's it? I recommend, if you love this game, I recommend following the CEO. Also, why is the music misbehaving like this? Come on, loop it. There we go. Right? People love this game. And right now, people are hating what's happening. And love and hate is the same coin. The scariest thing for Sony and Arrowhead right now is if they develop apathy. If the community stops caring. If the community churns. If the community moves on. Then the game will decline. And naturally, games decline. Right? And I can see it here, you know. They want to provide a great game experience. They don't want that churn. Churn is the death of live service. The churn is the death of businesses in general, right? But what's it? Stuff like this, stuff like what Sony has been doing is accelerating that churn. And I guarantee that the churn rate is accelerating the new player rate. So, as I mentioned earlier, their player activity is down 70,000 players compared to this time last week. Which is not good, right? 70,000 players is bigger than most live service games combined. So there is an extreme churn rate happening right now. And I really, 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 really hope that they can fix that. Anyway, I feel like I'm going to be spinning my wheels if I keep talking now. So is there any questions anybody has? Let's take a Q&A. Let's do that. Let's do a Q&A. Q&A, where's my pen? Q, whoops, and also let's get rid of the blood red. Q and A. Does anybody have any questions? Bottom line, Sony will probably not care. Actually, look, I'm going to turn that into a question. Like, why should Sony care? Okay. Why should Sony care? One, it's a live service, right? The whole reason why they're making the war bonds in the game and the stuff that you can buy with money, right, is because it's profitable. Okay? It brings in money. If a game churns, that's less money. Who is responsible for that churn, right? That loss of money, that loss of income, that increase in churn, that belongs to someone at Sony, right? And we don't know who it is. It could go all the way up to the CEO, right? But the loss of income, the loss of players, the loss of PSN accounts is bad with investor calls, because it is illegal to lie during an investor call. You can obfuscate, you can casually mention, you know how there's lies, and then there's more statistics, right? You can bend things around as much as you want, but you cannot legally lie to investors, right? Because investors have a lot of money and they can happily sue. So why would Sony care? If this situation results in a place where they cannot hide it in their investor calls, that's when they will care. And there's also something called brand damage. Right? Also, in the investing world, it is called material damage. Material damage is where it's an impact to the operations of the business that cannot be ignored. It's a risk, a material risk or of material damage is very serious. And you want to know a gaming company that recently had that? Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts' reputation got so bad that it became a material risk in their investor calls. Right? You know what EA did after that? they went back to Steam. They eased up on their sort of like DLC policies. And they also started single player games again, such as the Jedi Fallen Order, right? And I believe Jedi Fallen Order was the first EA game that they brought back to Steam after leaving it many years ago, right? So when things become a material risk in your investor calls, companies and CEOs freak out, because that's when the investors start really digging in. When your reputation becomes a material risk, that's when the backpedaling happens fast, right? And it could very well be, again, all speculative, that the Stellar Blade PSN or PS Plus boycott that's happening at the moment, this may have been an attempt to fix that, but it's, you know, it's making things worse. Trying to fix a bad problem with more bad behavior doesn't end very well. Ask any child of any parent. Oh yeah, kind of true. Can Arrowhead sue Sony if it fails? No, they cannot. They cannot. Speary, I'm gonna tell you a fun story that happened at EA, right? You may have heard a little about a little company called Respawn Entertainment, right? They make something called Titanfall, or they used to make something called Titanfall, and Apex Legends, right? EA was the publisher with Respawn, kind of like how Sony and Arrowhead are right now, okay? EA as the publisher, and again, publishers hold more power than those in any contractual situation. Whoever has more power gets to decide the terms more, right? So EA formed a contract, the publisher-developer contract with the Respawn Entertainment, and that company, whatever that contract was, gave EA deciding power, right? EA decided to release Titanfall 2 in between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, right? They sandwiched, sorry, I'm just gonna put that here. They sandwiched poor Titanfall 2 in between the two biggest FPS releases of 2016, right? Why would EA do this? Especially since they own Battlefield 1. Well, one, it hurts their potential competitor because it was a sci-fi themed game going up against a sci-fi Call of Duty. But the main reason is that when Titanfall 2 failed financially, because it did, somewhere in their contract, EA got dibs on being able to purchase Respawn. And ultimately what happened was that EA set out a game to die, and then contractually was able to acquire the entire studio, which then went ahead and made Apex. That got them a whole bunch of money. This is the office politics. This is the C-suite level drama that happens fairly often, way more than you realize. You want to know the biggest amount of entertainment I get from Disney is following the C-suite drama of Disney. You could make the most amazing TV series out of C-suite drama. The amount of stuff happening in these mega companies is fascinating and juicy. Right? So, again, Sony has all the power, most likely has all the power. So Arrowhead, very, very unlikely to have things. As we saw in that CEO's tweet earlier. Wait, where is it? Also, whoever subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Naughty Kitty, thank you. Yeah, as we saw in the CEO's post, right? Basically, in the subtext was, we have no control over this. That's essentially them saying that, what's it? Yeah. Ooh, what the heck happened here? Brush. Sony is in control, right? Even if Arrowhead were to die, there is probably a buyout clause in that contract, which would allow Sony at least priority on placing bids. That that is not too uncommon in these kinds of publisher-developer relationships, because Sony has invested money, right? There is no doubt about it. They've invested money towards the development and marketing of Helldivers 2, right? And if that game does not recoup that money in that time frame, just like Titanfall 2 didn't bring in enough money within that time frame, it probably triggered a clause that allows the publisher to reclaim their investment. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but remember, most of these companies are run by sociopaths. So you exploiting their position of power to cause another company to fail in order to acquire them is not... It's happened before. It has happened before. And I really, really hope that this doesn't happen, because Arrowhead seems like a genuinely fun place. And I was actually about to apply for a writing position with them. Literally, I typed out my CV. I typed out the funniest cover letter. Like, it was spot on with their tone of their writing and everything. And literally, and just as I hit send, they'd closed the position. I was actually just about to see if I could get hired by Arrowhead. Probably not going to get hired now. But I mean, if you're looking for a community manager, my DMs are open. At least I won't tell people to leave. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody... So Titanfall 2 failed. Technically, yes. It did see a massive resurgence later on. But again, we have no idea what these contracts are signed between the publishers and the developers. And ultimately, the end result was that Respawn was acquired by EA, right? And that sucks, because when you sign a contract and you have no power, and you basically are setting yourself up to be exploited. Like, you know, you have to pray and hope that the other party doesn't, you know, abuse that, which EA did. And I mean, again, that happened in 2016, right? It was not too long after that it became a material risk and they changed their ways. And EA has, for the most part, been quite well behaved. Right? So EA has been suspiciously well behaved, comparatively. Remember when one of the CEOs of EA tried to... They envisioned a future where you would be charged $1 a bullet, and that they would make a pop-up happen when you ran out of ammo in a game? Yeah, remember when I said that whole, like, sociopaths, right? I would not be surprised if they did a study on CEOs and they found out it was more like 1 in 5 CEOs were sociopaths. Because holy cow. Because he said basically, players are not very price sensitive in the middle of combat. So charging them to reload their gun would be the best outcome for us. That guy went on to go and work for Unity. And I don't know if you heard of... the whole Unity drama where they basically were going to charge per install of the video game. Yeah. Imagine as a developer that Unity says, oh yeah, if you use our game, we're going to charge per install. Same guy, same CEO. He went from EA to Unity and almost killed Unity. I think he did, actually. Everybody moved to Godot. But Helldivers 2 is about to fail due to Sony's decision. Okay, so... I showed this graph here. And this is only the 1 week graph where they've lost... You know, there is a downward... Oh, a new layer. There is a downward trend. And if we were to bring up the past 6 months, there is a downward trend. Right? This decision by Sony is accelerating that. But if a game can release good content, it can go back up before it goes back down. So a healthy live service game... let's see here. A healthy live service game, ideally... will kind of look like a zigzag, right? A jawtooth. As developers release content, you will see a spike in the players. And if that content is good, then you can ultimately, like, following the mean average, sort of flatline your players. So you keep consistency. And that's the best thing for, you know, the health. So basically, you have to keep releasing content that's bringing people back, which obviously can get expensive. Very expensive. There's a game developer saying that players are rabid consumers of content. It can take you years to make stuff for a game, and somebody will burn through it in less than a day, right? You could spend years with hundreds of people working on it, and somebody will eat that content within hours. And every Unity game said F off and tried to break their own game. Exactly, right? Same CEO. The same CEO who almost tanked EA games. Yeah. So what I think is going to happen is we're definitely going to see a decline in Helldivers 2, right? There might be spikes, but it depends, right? It depends how they handle. And that's why the CEO made that public statement that I showed you earlier about how they want, the only thing they can do is to continue making great game experiences and fun, right? They want to try and level out the churn, because the biggest problem with any business is the churn. And I know I've said it several times now, and I might be repeating myself too many times, but I really need to emphasize this. And this is something not even employees of companies think about, because again, because of quiet quitting, a lot of employees no longer care about their corporate overlords. They just want to get their paycheck. But the health of the company is the health of everyone. It's the health of your job. It's the health of your teammates. Making sure everybody wins. And this is something I wish... Maybe I'm gonna... You know what? Fine. We're gonna go down this rabbit hole. Okay? I think that companies, particularly in the West, and I'm not trying to make this sound like, oh, you know, I'm a weeb and I'm elite and all that, but companies have gotten very used to working together against the customer, right? You know, they all these CEOs know each other. They all go to the same parties. They are all in discussion with each other, right? Because if they're all working together, they can screw over the paying customers, and there's no other option, right? Duopolies, quadopolies, whatever you want to call it. Crony. I don't want to say the capitalism word, because again, people get very sensitive with politics and such, and I'm not an anti-capitalist. Again, I hate politics. What I'm trying to say here is that companies have gotten very used to working together, but one of the fundamentals of a healthy market, of healthy capitalism, is everybody benefiting, right? You create a service or a product to fulfill a need, and money is exchanged in between, right? You have a need with a service and a product that you fulfill, and then everybody wins. That's the best thing. The problem is that when people start working together to screw over, that becomes a problem. That's the big issue that is currently happening. And I think a lot of these companies have gotten too used to that because they are legacy. I talked earlier about the legacy news cycle, legacy media, and legacy behaviors. It's kind of like how, you know, Nintendo was very obsessed with their IPs, right? They would file copyright strikes against people who used trailers, literally content made for marketing, right? It was free marketing, and Nintendo was sending out copyright strikes for people making free marketing for them, right? That is legacy thinking. That is, you know, 20th century thinking, right? And I feel this whole let's all work together to screw over the customers is not going to last very long, because it's creating a downward spiral in the quality of products, right? The triple, or in Ubisoft's case, the quadruple A experience with Skull and Bones. I wonder what its player count is. Hold up. Skull and Bones player count. Is it on Steam? Steam info. No! No, that doesn't work. Okay, no. It's at 0. That can't be right. No. Okay. We can't see because Ubisoft's hiding the information. Okay, that's fine. What's it? Whereas if we look at the what's happening right now in the AA and indie scene, right, with Helldivers and Pal World and Lethal Company and Content Warning, right, they are providing a service or product that fulfills the player's needs, and they are being rewarded financially for it massively. The traditional way of doing things, right? It's a competition, right? It's supposed to be a competition on who can deliver the best, right? Who can deliver the best, the most amount of hearts to their customers in order to get that money, right? The financial reward for doing good, for providing good. And I think this is the problem, right? Is that there's so many sociopaths. There are so many sociopaths in the decision-making processes now that everything is breaking. Everything is just fracturing and falling apart, and it's a shame, because what's going to happen? Industry crash. You want to know how many people have been laid off in the games industry? Let's see. How many people were laid off in the games industry 2023? Let's see here. New chat. Try this. Just gonna let it run. Calculate. This is one thing I do think using stuff like Bing's chat is kind of useful for, is for compiling data like this. So I'm literally just telling them to do the maths for me so they can pull all the stories. In 2023, the games industry saw a significant wave of layoffs. An estimated 10,500 people were affected by the job cuts. This is across Electronic Arts, Epic Games, Amazon, Unity, Microsoft, and more. It's way more than that. It's way more than that. I've seen the articles. It is way more than just that. Anyway, that was some interesting stuff. But yeah, so what's it? Because trust is being broken, because the products being delivered are not giving hearts. They're not actually providing the need, right? Everything is being like broken up and fractured, and it's becoming a grind, right? Games are not becoming fun. And when they're not fun, people don't play. And when people don't play, people don't spend. And when people don't spend, people lose their jobs. And the problem is that this is such a titanic thing that it's very hard to, to blame any one person for it. Isn't it a good thing if the games industry crashes, we get rid of big companies in favor of small ones? Yeah, it's kind of like when a forest burns down, right? The unfortunate thing is that these are people we're talking about, right? These are real human beings with lives and jobs and families to provide for, right? This is why I say when you join a company, you need to become irreplaceable. You need to provide value. You need to integrate yourself, both on a personal and also professional level, right? You know what? Why don't we chat about signaling theory for a little bit? This is a fun one. since we're already discussing a little bit about that. So, what is signaling theory? Okay. This is one of my favorite topics, by the way. I used to tell it to my students at university. Okay. Signaling theory. Animals do it. People do it. We all do it. We are constantly, whether consciously or not, most often subconsciously, sending out signals. And likewise, we're not just sending, we're also receiving. Okay, I'm probably misspelled that, right? No. I before E. Anyway, we're constantly sending and receiving signals, okay? So, for example, brightly colored animals usually means poison, okay? When it comes to socio-political, not social-political, I'm trying to sound a little too fancy. What's it? In a social setting, right? Signaling theory applies to signals of trust, signals of image, right? If you came to work wearing, torn jeans and a hoodie, and, you did not take care of yourself, right? You have like a half-grown beard, you look messy, right? What kind of signal are you putting out? When you enter into a professional environment, it's not, even if the workplace doesn't like have a uniform or whatnot, you kind of want to send that signal of looking like a professional, right? You want to make sure that you've taken care of yourself, that you're there to work, right? one of my favorite things to do is I always wear a watch. I have no need for a watch. We have phones. Phones tell the times. Our computers tell the time. Almost, you know, a watch is an antiquated thing, but it sends a signal to anyone that sees it that I'm someone that values my time, that I'm someone who keeps track of it, that I'm a professional, right? These are sort of subtle things, but they add up. Again, that 1% rule, right? 1% of little things every here and there, they add up into big things over time. Big things. And with signaling theory, it's not just on an individual level, it's also on a larger scale, right? Let's use a slightly very controversial topic of the church. What could possibly go wrong, right? Church does a lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff with, let's just say, people who are not yet adults, right? What ends up happening is that signal of trust breaks. And the church ends up gaining a reputation for said bad stuff. And then that signal of trust, which is broken, becomes very, very, very hard to unbreak, right? Oh God, I'm not. No, don't worry. There's somewhere I'm going here with this, right? But what I'm trying to get at is that when a signal breaks, let me delete this, right? When a signal breaks, it's very hard to fix that, right? That signal of trust, that the core meaning of it becomes undone. And this can happen to an entire industry, right? What happens when the games industry breaks the signal that AAA is the best? Because that's what's happening. The games industry, and it's not just one thing, it's many little things. It's recurring incidents that are repeating themselves, that are chipping away bit by bit. You know, a community manager here, a developer said something stupid here, a group did something obnoxious there, right? But they all fall under the same umbrella of the industry. And slowly but surely, the signal breaks down and it cracks. And eventually, the whole concept of AAA becomes a laughingstock. It becomes a joke. It loses its power. I mean, again, I've been using it as a joke throughout this entire stream. Quadruple A, as Ubisoft said. It's a joke. The signal's broken. The signal's breaking, right? And we're seeing a consequence of that because people are not buying the best anymore, because the best is the AA. The best are the indies. The best is anyone but these guys. So, yeah, there's going to be an industry crash. That is my prediction. Is that it's not sustainable. At the behavior patterns at the sort of C-suite executive level, they need to change, right? And they're probably not going to change because these people have, like, you know, they have enough FU money to never have to care. But there's one thing they care about more than their money, and that's ego. That's ego. Like I said, I follow a lot of C-suite drama, and ego is one of the biggest things, right? It's how you know, I'm not going to talk about that. So yeah, what is my speculation? What you describe sounds like a cartel. Well, exactly. That is, sorry it took me so long to reply. I've never done a chat stream kind of like this before, so I'm a little bit nervous. No, go off. Okay. Did you guys see that viral that viral moment that happened a few months ago where essentially Elon Musk told Bob Iger from Disney to go F himself, right? That never happens between CEOs. They never do this because they all attend the same parties. This was an absolute clash of ego because this is the only thing that hurts people with this much money. That is the only thing that these people care about is their ego, right? And their reputation and their legacy. And that's why earlier I said, you know, when things become a material risk, it becomes a risk to the CEO's legacy and their ego, right? That's when things change. That's what will make Sony change, is if their CEO or their executive level start to feel like it's going to impact them on a personal level, right? Wait, what? Yeah, Willow, I'm surprised you didn't see that. Yeah, Elon literally in a interview, like a, you know, traditional media interview, literally looked at Bob Iger and said, "Go fuck yourself." Damn, I had no idea that happened. Yeah, basically what happened was Disney pulled their adverts from X, citing basically citing that there was content on Twitter that they didn't agree with, and that was why they were pulling ads, even though Disney went to Facebook and Facebook actually had even worse content. So the reasons were, you know, again, office politics and drama and all that. And I don't want to get involved in the moment you mention Elon Musk, you're going to have people who either love it or hate it. And we're here to have some fun, to discuss things and be stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it was hilarious to watch one CEO like basically high school mock another CEO. All right. Let's see here. Does anybody have any other questions? Like, is anybody curious? You know, because I have worked as a community manager, I've worked as a writer. I've been involved with a lot of big companies, and again, I don't want to talk about them too much. Let's see here. But in Sony's case, they risk in destroying the working product, which probably even worsens their reputation because future customers sound like a risky bargain. Yeah, that's that is the problem, right? Is that it's the churn rates. Can you gain more customers than you lose? That's the bloody calculus. Well, my question got buried, so I'll ask it again. What's the best course of action now? Oh, that is a fantastic question. Thank you, Willow. Thank you. That's a brilliant question. So, what do? No, I realize that says what poo. What do? Well, Arrowhead CEO already mentioned it, right? They already said they're just going to do their best. They're going to keep making fun, right? Because a reputation takes a lifetime to build and a moment to destroy, right? And their reputation is currently on fire because of Sony, but they can continue to grow it, right? Look at No Man's Sky, right? Lied through their teeth. That game was nothing like the developers promised in their advertisements and everything, right? But No Man's Sky kept at it. They worked on it. They did not give up on it, and they brought it back. And it probably will never be exactly as they promised on launch, but they salvaged their rep. They salvaged their reputation, right? It can be done to grow back in time. And if I remember correctly, No Man's Sky has seen great improvements, right? So again, I really wish I could meet the CEO of Arrowhead. Whoops, why did I say AP? It should have been an H here. Arrowhead. I really would love to meet the CEO of Arrowhead. He sounds like a really nice guy to chat with. And I believe, and I probably, you know what, I think it's fine. Business Casual Sauron has a couple of friends at Arrowhead. So Sauron has told me that, you know, his experiences with them have been absolutely positive and wonderful. So I don't wish any ill will on them. I am a bit shocked by how their community manager has handled things, but I don't have any bad feelings for them. I just feel like they really reacted too quickly and too aggressively, right? That sort of guttural need to do something in a crisis situation has backfired on them. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, so what can Arrowhead do besides continuing to work at the game? Okay, what's it? They can identify. My brain is just turning into mush right now. But they can acknowledge, okay? They can acknowledge that how they handled it was weak. You know, they can basically say, hey, we didn't give the best response. We apologize. We didn't handle it correctly. Moving forward, we're going to make sure that we evaluate our responses before giving them, essentially. Okay, That's my like gut feeling on how to handle it. Because, and this is another classic PR thing, right? Is when a company says, we are listening and it's been a learning experience. Remember when I said before that signaling theory and things break down? I roll my eyes whenever I hear a company saying, we're listening and learning, because it's almost always completely disingenuous and they never follow through with it. How many times have you heard a company saying, oh, this has been a good learning experience, and then they dial things back for a couple months and then they try it again a few years later, right? So when you say you're listening and learning, the most important thing is to actually act on that, to actually show, because actions speak louder than words. Actions are louder than words, right? Right now, the only thing you can give are words, but you got to make sure your actions live up to that, right? If you can do that, you can save your reputation. Okay. What can Sony do? In an ideal scenario, they can go, oops, our bad. Right? Unlikely, but desirable. What Sony is probably going to do is go, and I hate this, but what they're probably going to do is they're going to split the requirement and make it partially mandatory for those that have PSN in their area, and it won't be mandatory for those that are. Because the one thing the company will not do is they're not going to give up on refunds. They're gonna fight tooth and nail to keep their cash. So Sony most likely is going to split the requirements for the PSN network and basically say, if you're in the country where PSN isn't, then you can keep your game, but everyone else will have to hand over their data. And that's the most likely outcome from this. But in my personal opinion, that's just gonna... When you start giving special treatment to your community, it doesn't end well. I mean, look at how communities respond when influencers, when streamers, when content creators get given, you know, free stuff or in-game stuff or access to events and stuff, right? Communities hate that because they're like, you know, it feels left out. It creates that sense of that almost that FOMO, you know, right? Where it's like, oh man, I should have become an influencer so that I could get free stuff and get, you know, that special armor set and whatnot, right? So if Sony goes ahead and splits the requirement, I think it's not gonna work as well as they think it will. It would certainly make crossplay depending on PSN account also for a Sony acceptable. That's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna steal that. Nicely done, Thankwall. Is it Thankwall? Thankwall. Yeah, that's a really good option. You know, basically make crossplay require PSN. That way, and this is the most important thing, right? Is it gives choice. It gives agency. Agency, right? Because this is why people play games. Okay? Things like movies, TV series, books, right? All this stuff is passive. It's pre-made, it's predetermined. You can't change it, you can't influence it. You could tear up your book, you can pause the movie, you can slow it down, but it's passive, right? You are on a fixed ride, whereas games are naturally interactive, right? You have control, or in reality, the illusion of control, right? I mean, Dark Souls gives you the illusion of failure, but you can keep trying infinitely until you win, right? But it's that sense of agency that gamers love, right? The more the player feels like they're in control, the more fun they have, right? I think this is one of the reasons why Helldivers is so successful, is because it's like you combine a MOBA in the sense of your 4 abilities, but your 4 stratagems, but you get to design it yourself. You can pick and choose. You design your character type like an RPG where you pick out your weapons and armor. So it's like you've built your own RPG character. You've got your own skill set loadout. And you work with your friends in a PvE, so everybody's working together against the game, right? I think this is why the game is so successful, is because the player really feels like they are in control. Even if the core gameplay loop, you know, drop in, kill things, get objective, extract, right? That's the core gameplay loop. But the feeling of being in control, making the decisions, making the moment-to-moment decisions, making the pre-game decisions, all of that, right? That agency is very important. So I really like what you said there, Thankful. That was a good suggestion. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say that in my community manager knowledge book, right? Not only should we be using a time gate here. Yeah, that's something. That's also something. Because we mentioned it earlier, what I would have done. They need to add a time gate to stop the heat of this, of the drama. They need to say, hey, look, we hear you. Look, we hear you. And we're listening. And we're coming up with an answer. Just wait. Right? By asking the community to wait and then delivering on that with action, because again, talk is cheap, action speaks louder than words, right? This buys time to get Sony to either relent or come up with a solution, right? So we should be using time gates, and ultimately, if I was in these meetings, I would say we need to present a choice, right? We need to let the players choose, right? Because then those who make the choice will be happy because they've made that choice. And if Sony wants people to use a PSN account, you should reward it, right? There should be some kind of incentive. And I'm not saying like a power scaling incentive, but maybe something cosmetic, right? Maybe some sort of, how can we turn PSN into a in-game sounding law? Like planetary, what's a good word for S? Let's just go with scientist, planetary science, strategic. Yeah. Okay. Planet. Yeah, that's a good one. Planetary strategic. I'm just gonna say noob here because I can't think of something off the top of my head, right? But we call it that, right? You got the planetary strategic noob armor, or helmet, or cape, or whatever, right? Anybody who makes the choice to link their PSN account will get rewarded with the planetary strategic noob. Okay? Let them have that choice. Okay? There is a risk that people who've been antagonized now might shoot people wearing that armor or cape on site. But that's a risk, you know, we're gonna have to deal with, right? That's what the kick button is for. Right? Because yeah, I can definitely see what's gonna happen. You know, people who wear this kind of cape or such would get attacked. But you know, eventually people will die down on it, right? The most important thing here is I think giving a choice and like basically, you know, rewarding people who want to make that choice. I think that's the best. That's the best outcome here. I really like chatting to you guys about this. This is a good brainstorming session. This is what I mean by integrating when you're at a company. You know, don't just sit at your desk and do your work on your own. Chat to people. You learn new things. You come up with new ideas. It's great. All right. Let's see here. Any other questions? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can think of. How about what would we like to see? What would we like to see in the game? Let's end this on a more positive thing, right? You know, what would I love to see in Helldivers moving forward? New faction, obviously, right? Oh, you know what? You just reminded me. I reminded me. This is a tactic Disney loves to do, right? Whenever Disney has bad news, whenever they have bad news, they immediately make an announcement for something new, something upcoming. Something to bury the bad news in the search engine results. This is another PR trick that I've seen, and this is a very sneaky one. Essentially, you try to bury the bad news by making a whole bunch of announcements of positive news to get everybody talking about the new and upcoming exciting things to sort of push down battles. I could definitely see Sony doing this, you know. They could probably make some kind of like Helldivers 2 announcement. I mean, Helldivers just announced the new War Bond coming up, right? But I would not be surprised if the announcement of the next faction, like the Illuminate, gets sped up to try and deal with this, and as well as like get the hype back again to recover. So yeah, they that's another PR trick. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it. It feels a little gross. It feels a bit manipulative, but it is what it is, and it works pretty well. Patriotic Super Negator Armor. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Yeah. The Patriotic Super Negator Armor. Right? And it would probably be medium, because that's like the most vanilla flavor for matching, you know, good balance of speed and defense. It'll probably be medium armor, and what's the buff that gives you recoil reduction? Because that would be kind of an ironic joke, right? It reduces the amount of heat that you take. Recoil reduction. Yeah, you know what? Take that back. We can make a new armor set. What's it? Reduces burn damage. Reduces burn. Now that's funny snark. Right? That's on brand. That's like on the sort of satire level, right? The Patriotic Super Negator reduces burn damage. I recommend. You know what? I'm gonna clip that. Democracy protects to help you from team kills. Actually, you know what? Reduces friendly fire damage. That's what it should be. Reduces friendly fire damage to 1/10. You know, that would become probably the most popular armor in the game, because that means you could wear that and walk into your allies' strategies and take less damage. You know what? Yeah, we need to do that. The Patriotic Super Negator Armor. It's medium class and reduces your friendly fire by 1 out of 10. Requires that you sign up to the PSN network. Hey, CEO guy, what's your name? I've forgotten your name now. Where is he? Yeah, Palstead, hire me. My DMs are open. Oh well. Okay, that was funny. Oh my goodness. Would you guys like me to try? Would you guys like me to try and attempt a match, or do you think we should wrap it up here? What would you guys like? Because I feel like I've been talking for hours now. Yeah, 2.5 hours. I thought it was gonna be a short stream. Didn't think it was gonna be so long. Go for one. Okay, Akumi, would you like to join me? Akumi, would you like to join? I'll if you're free, I can call you on Discord and we can hop into a match. It'll definitely be entertaining. I'm always down. All right, let me call Akumi. Giving him a call now. And we will close that so that you guys can capture the gameplay. Any full screen application. Reduce that. Oh, hey Akumi, welcome to the stream.
Hi everyone.
Hi, that was a very interesting experience. I've not done a chatting stream like that before. But how you doing? How are you?
Yeah, doing great. Been going good. I also just checked, but apparently it still needs to patch.
There's no worries. You've got lightning fast internet, right?
I do hope so.
Nice. Oh, my hand hurts from drawing so much. I'm a writer, but I hate using the pen.
It's super interesting.
Yeah, I've been a community manager for both big and small, so I thought it would be, an interesting, opportunity to share. Also, why is it not capturing? Hold up, viewers, I'll fix it. Just a sec. Capture Helldivers? Where is it? That's weird. I lost sight of it. Wait. It's here somewhere.
Come by.
Okay, captures full screen. Okay, let me try this. Okay, testing. Give it a second. Woo! Please work. There we go. Okay, yeah, it just took a moment. Also, how many people are online at the moment? It is a weekend, so it should be very popular. 162,000. I know most game developers would kill to have 162,000 people playing online, but
that's so much.
The game's all-time peak was 400 and I think it was 78,000. Still, it was like over 450,000 people. So.
Oh damn.
I mean, naturally numbers go down, but I mean, you want number to go up. I'm hoping that they can recover this. You know, I think what we discussed earlier is those would be the right tactics. Is they focus on making a good game and they convince Sony to back down a little bit. Oh my goodness. All right, let me know when you're in game.
Yeah, it's working on it. It's a big patch.
Big patch. Oh, how big? How big?
3 gigs.
3? No, that shouldn't be too bad. That shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it's getting there. Gonna take that long, I hope.
I'm planning on raiding into Tier Noir stream after this because it's his debut in like 2 hours. So I want to like bring people across. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's bring the squad over to him.
I got an idea. Chat. While we're waiting for Akumi, can you? I want chat to decide my stratagems. Chat. The first 4 stratagems I see. So you can name 1 stratagem each. The first 4 stratagems that I see is what I'll take. Okay. You guys decide. Please don't be 4 supply weapons.
Will it be chaos?
Yes. Chat. Hit me. And if nobody decides before then I get to pick. So. The chat has gone suspiciously quiet.
Chat is thinking those gears. They're
Airburst. Okay, airburst is one of them. All right, let's see here. I'm also gonna put it on Sudoku difficulty. I'm comfortable with Sudoku. Wait, that sounds terrible. Okay, Thankful. Okay, we got airburst from Thankful. Akumi, you could pick one for me.
Oh. Go with the turret.
A turret. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Limiting 1 to a turret.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to select it and then accidentally like start queuing random people in. So.
Yeah, fair. It's already at 70%. So
yeah, I'll show chat how much I've unlocked because you can see I love this game. Look at this. I got 20 out of 24 ship upgrades.
I mean, look at the level.
Yeah, I'm level 53. Man. I'm level 53. I started late though. I only started last month. So, oops, wrong button. Ship. I got 350 green samples and 3 purple. Thankful. If you have any other stratagems you'd like me to try out, let me know. Because I'm always
That's so much.
I'm always trying to get new ones. Yeah, the level 4 stuff requires so much. Look at this: 200 greens, 150 orange, and 15 pinks.
Oh damn, that's indeed.
Yeah, I think the most expensive one. Yeah, this one. The lightning upgrade is 200, then 150, and then 20. So, yeah, the tier 4 stuff is heavy.
Oof. That's a lot of grinding.
Yeah. But I got my Super Earth cape because I wanted to support the developers. Man, this game is so much fun. I really hope that they can undo it. Good.
Yeah, I really hope so as well. Okay, everything's been upgraded. Patched. It's now loading the game. First? Let's go.
All right.
Another step closer to a
let's go with
operation.
Actually, you know what? Let's go with this one. Warning start. Yeah.
Initiating FTL jump to the errata system.
I don't know your playstyle and I don't want to ruin your experience. It's your first time watching. No, that's the thing, right? I'm a Vtuber. I'm here to make you laugh and have fun. So even if it's not the most optimal, it's all about having fun and laughs, right?
Go for the amazing
but I'll take care of it. Let me invite you, Akumi. Tier Noir. Wait, no. Wait, I don't have you, Akumi. I don't have you.
Yeah, wait. You don't have me?
Wait, I'll invite you through there we go. Steam. Invite to game. There we go. Sent you a Steam invite. I didn't have you as a friend in my friends list in the game.
No.
Oh, did you get the accept? Did you accept?
Yep, I
Okay.
accepted.
Perfect, because I got someone called Avocado Man. Avocado Man has joined. Oh yeah.
I am not Avocado Man.
Thankful. I often play games with my community as well. So yeah, I have a Discord, and it's usually it's not like a public facing one, so I have to post a link. Let me.
Yeah, I'm in.
But yeah, I do play games with my community and stuff quite often and such. So if you're ever down to dive and whatnot, you're more than welcome to come along. I'm usually like very particular about letting people on the stream while live. But yeah, we're a fun community here. We just want to have a good time. Okay. Akumi's in.
Yeah, with my super amazing level.
You're level 17. You're ready for this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I make it in time.
Yeah,
I did not.
Today was a nice long chatting stream, so we'll end off with some action, and then I will raid tier. Okay. Wait, this is defense. This is defense, right?
This is defense.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can you take the heart one? Do you have space optimization or vitality?
I have UAV, Recon Booster, and Vitality.
Go for vitality. Yep. I need to take air burst, which is this one. And I am actually really enjoying the grenade launcher with the ammo backpack. Where is it?
Oh, nice.
Supply pack.
That
But
sounds pretty good.
we do need some more. So I'm gonna take this, and we're also gonna go chunky. Okay, I'm gonna be a chunky boy.
Go for it.
Orbit synchronized.
Where's the chunks?
Let's go get the martyr as well. This is defense. Okay.
I'll go with this one. Actually, we'll go with this one, the slugger. Why not? Okay, I'm ready.
I am ready to.
Is this Helldive? It's Sudoku. Sudoku difficulty.
Launch initiated.
Yeah. Naughty Kitty, welcome. I know you've been in the chat for a while. I just wanted to say, what's it? If you ever want to play with the community and everything, you're more than welcome to join the Discord and all that. I do radio nights where I interview members of the community on the stream. I haven't done one in a while, so I'll do one soonish. So yeah, sometimes you can actually come on the show as long as, you know, you're well behaved. Don't say anything that would get me banned. Please. Yeah, I've been getting quite a lot of new viewers recently. The Dark Souls Batsu stream has been very popular. Akumi, you should try that.
No.
I can send you my Batsu wheel. 120 punishments and growing.
Please no. Spare me.
Waste no time. Difference between conservation and corruption.
Got a sample. Calling down a sentry.
But did that just bounce off of me? Here's a moment. Oh god, who brought the mortars?
Not me.
Slowing down supply.
Is that what I think it is? It is.
I got this first.
We took it down.
You took it down, but at what expense?
Sorry, reinforcing.
Calling in reinforcements.
You'll think about it. Yeah, no worries. Never feel pressured to do anything around here, okay? It's all about having fun and a great time.
Throwing grenade.
Perish. Perish more.
Fire in the hole.
Wait, how dare you?
Reloading.
Charger!
Charger!
Requesting air support.
More box incoming.
Oh, another one. Oh, there's another. Oh! Okay, whoever that was amazing.
Not me.
How about a nice cup of
Still 1 minute
liver tea?
there.
Okay, we're cooldowns. When I say I think I'll refer to saying something to get you banned, which was of course a joke. Thank you.
Mag's empty.
Oh, hi, fellas.
Mag's empty.
Charger.
Yep.
Stacking him from behind.
Yep, I'm leading him around. Oh God.
Calling in orbital strike.
Oh, y'all bit.
Ready to liberate.
Did that guy just survive by hiding underneath the dead?
I got killed by the Balta. Oh, damn.
Oh, we got one
Almost
left.
everyone got killed.
Reinforcing.
I believe we're at 68%. We're almost at 69.
Oh, bit.
Okay, dropping on the Titan for the killing blow. Got him.
Nice.
I am the
Let's
weapon.
go.
Reloading.
Oh no, my grenade is underneath his booty. Uh-oh.
Fire in the hole. Have a taste of democracy.
My grenade launcher is underneath him. Okay.
Requesting sentry.
Oh no.
Throwing supply beacon.
Okay, I can start to fight back up in a little bit.
Mag's empty.
Oh hi.
One perish. Yeah, I got killed. Yeah.
V.
Reinforcing.
Oh God.
Oh no, there's more.
There's so much happening here.
Oh, I'll take one of them. Dang.
I got ragdolled. I love it. You just posted the link in the chat. So how do I access the Discord? Yeah, I posted it. I posted it up just a little earlier. Uh-oh. Did that guy just disconnect? He rage quit. No, but we're at 97%. We're so close to extracting.
We're almost there.
Ready to liberate.
Y'all bit. Why are they all
Throwing
following me? Go ahead.
Okay, we should be 99%. We're almost there. Let's go.
Oh, they're all here.
Yo, whoa.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Where is it?
Preparing for touchdown.
It's coming, it's coming. Oh my God, that is so cool. Awesome. Okay, let's go.
Let me survive. Right up there. Let's go.
Where's everyone else? No. I refuse to extract without my teammate. Come on.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Here he comes.
3, 2,
No.
1.
Wait, I thought he came in. No. Sorry. Oh man, I thought he was already like spawned in so I could climb into the ship while it was safe.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Rip. Yeah, it's okay though.
We did our best.
Should I spin the Batsu wheel for that one? I think I should. Let me refresh. Let me refresh the Batsu wheel. It gives us something to do while we wait for the cutscene. Yes, punishment. Oh, naughty kitty, you're bloodthirsty. I guess with a name like that, I should have known. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where is it? Man, the one I while we're still on the topic of okay, why is this not working? Refresh. While we're on the topic of community managing experiences, the one time there was an online tournament where the servers went down and a team couldn't qualify in time. And my manager was actually off sick, so I had to handle the entire incident on my own. And what I did was I ended up awarding the prize pool to the team that got kicked out. I awarded them basically like one of the prize pools. I awarded it, and I basically duplicated the reward on the server side of things. So I was able to apologize to them, and I said, you know, due to a technical error on our side, we apologize that you guys couldn't make it to the tournament in time, and due to the event having multiple teams, we couldn't delay it. So on behalf of us, we would like to award you the prize for this category as an apology. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will do my best to try and discuss it with you. And they were super happy. They were just like, thank you so much. My manager got back to me, like when he saw what happened, he got back to me the next day and he just went, you handled that perfectly. And I was like, thank you. I was super nervous because I was the intern, right? That was a nice gesture from me. Yeah, the thing is, I didn't know if I could get permission from that. I just knew I had access to do it. Standing desk. Ah, okay. I guess I'm standing while popping bugs. Oh, yeah, we got another person. Let's blitz.
Let's go.
Hellpods primed. Engaging.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna standing desk. I'm gonna. One more roll.
Will it be worse or will it be less?
Ah, man, I gotta use my arm weights. Dang it. Okay, that's enough Batsu for one evening. Where are my weights?
Good luck.
Here?
Yeah, each of these is like. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's one arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Ah, my arms. Yeah, I use the Batsu as a way of like exercising with the streams. I thought it's a fun way of being able to do something. What am I gonna take here?
This is a really good.
It's blitz though, so I should go fast. I'm gonna go with grenade launcher and jetpack so I can plug up the bug holes faster than usual. I'm also gonna take orbital gas, or should I take barrage? No, I'm gonna take orbital gas. It's great for dealing with bug holes. And we're gonna go with extraction pilot because why not? We're gonna extract. Okay. Oh god, wait. Scout armor, please. No! Shoot. Oh, did that mess up everyone? No. Okay. I'm ready. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I gotta change to this one. There we go. Woo! We're good! Air rocket launcher to more team play. Oh my god, that air burst is so deadly! I died more to that air burst freaking rocket stratagem than I did to the enemy. That thing kills me all the time. I try. I really do. I really do try. Oh, yeah. Thankful and Naughty Kitty. So one of our friends named Tier Noir, he was in a VTuber Helldivers 2 tournament. So there was a big tournament with a lot of like big name VTubers like Iron Mouse and Merryweather and that. His team won the tournament.
He did amazing.
Yeah, their team did like full Helldive missions and everything, and they ended up winning the Helldivers tournament. Yeah, his name's Tier Noir. He was in chat earlier. We're gonna raid into his YouTube channel because he's a corporate VTuber on Bilibili. Oh, D-Rock. What's it? He's debuting on YouTube today. Like, he's going to be streaming on both platforms now. He's been doing so well on Bilibili. I'm very happy for him. The D-Rock. Family friendly. Family friendly. I recently got reached out to with a job interview
50 meters.
involving company stuff, and they want to add me to their list of brand safe content creators. So even if I don't get the job, I might get a sponsorship in the future. So
That's awesome.
yeah, they were super friendly in the job interview. I was kind of blown away. I feel confident because this is like the 4th stage of the interview, so I should probably join them.
Rare
But
sample acquired.
yeah. I mean, it also helps that I have those companies in my CV as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. once you get, oh yeah, let's go for
Dropping a pin.
once you
North,
get work
200
at
meters.
a big company, it adds a lot of validation to your CV, because the games industry has a lot of children trying to apply for jobs even if they don't have the work experience or the genuine skills. So actually joining a company is a big step in your career. You know,
Sample collected.
go away.
Stay down. Stay down.
Is there anything here? No. No, they didn't see me. They didn't see me. They didn't see me.
Rare sample acquired.
Yeah, they saw me.
To the sky. Mag's empty.
I'm gonna get the radio tower up.
That's called democracy. Mag's empty.
Oh god. Oh god. Shriekers! Shriekers!
Breakers run.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I got my head cut off. Brand safety. I'm brand safety. Sometimes. Most of the time. I mean, I am debuting the Devil Jono soon. Okay, I'm gonna run off and try and get the Shrieker nest, which is over there.
North.
Need some
Far.
help?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Alright, I'm going after.
Yeah, because I can't do the radio tower while the Shrieker nest is up there.
Ah, yeah, fair.
Tagging location.
Bug hole.
Northeast.
North. 200 meters.
Go away.
Found something.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Laser is the best nest killer. Yeah, I'm in love with the autocannon, but I'm trying to not get into the habit of using the same gun all the time. You know?
Fair. Keeps things fun. Alright, how are you doing? I'm a little bit behind.
I'm... Oh god!
Reloading.
Yep, here come the birds. I really wish I had that airburst rocket now.
Fire in the hole.
Calling down fortification.
Throwing up.
Bug
Throwing
tunnel
up
free.
anti-air.
Thank
No.
you. Oh god, bug breach.
How about a nice cup of...
Yeah! Oh my god. I got knocked back into the... Can you bring me back in when you get a chance? Oh no, they brought me back.
Yeah, already brought you.
Oh no. Oh no.
There we go.
Okay, bring me back before they do.
Yep. Got it.
Too late.
Ah, fade.
I am the tactical weapon.
Reporting to the front.
The technical weapon is us.
Okay. Let's try that again. I'm gonna get my... I'm gonna go straight for the Shriekers, okay?
I don't have many bullets left.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna go straight for the nest and call in the
bullets.
hell bomb.
I am fully out of ammo. Oh, that's hostiles.
Yeah, I gotta throw it in such a way that it doesn't land on the... Oh, somebody just blew it up. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Somebody just blew up one of them.
That's perfect.
Did that just go where I think it went? How am I supposed to... Ow.
I got the terminal. Hellbomb more. Clear the
That was a
area.
really unfortunate position. Randeo!
Objective located. Southwest.
Trying to provide backup.
Dropping a pin. West. 100 meters.
Boom!
Nice. I am fully out of ammo.
First one. Northeast.
Ow.
Anything? No.
I don't...
fortunately not.
Oh my
I
god.
cannot-
Is that what I think it is? It is.
Titan?
Glorious.
Nice.
Southwest. 200 meters.
Okay, I'm gonna go and run. Is that an earthquake? What is that noise? Oh my god, is that a swarm?
Wait, what?
How'd you like
I
to
hear a
taste the
weird
freedom?
noise and a whole bunch of stuff came out of the ground.
That's not good.
Bug outpost spotted.
There is a big cannon out here.
I
Boosting air support.
got the nest. I got the nest. It was a perfect shot. Oh man. Can you call me back in if you got a chance?
Oh, yeah.
Reinforcing.
So you in?
Nice.
You may extract with honor.
We got 4 minutes, right? Oh.
Democracy has landed.
One. No, bullet.
Package. Bag's empty. Requesting tag pack. Calling down a support weapon.
Man, this map would be amazing with the automatons,
I don't have bullets.
because it would be like that scene from episode 2 of Star Wars. Okay, what do we got to do now?
Calling in every
Wait,
supply.
have we done the mission here, or we still got to push a button?
We're currently loading in the bullets.
Wait, we haven't loaded them? Oh,
We were working on it and then we were all attacked.
okay.
Requesting orbital strike.
Okay, I'll put them in. Oh wait, there's only one.
Package acquired.
Yeah, I was only able to put one in before we got fully attacked. Reload this one quick. Quickly reload this one. Right, coming in.
Yep, I'm bringing them in as well. Where are they?
Package acquired.
There we are in the middle.
Dropping package.
Oh, there's a...
Package acquired.
Putting the final one in there. Oh crap, we have 2 minutes left. Okay, that's the last one.
Okay, I'm going to the button.
Engaging terminal.
Package acquired.
Perfect.
Drop in package.
Tagging map. Northeast.
Okay,
200
I'm
meters.
gonna go blow up that bug nest while you guys go to the extraction. I always related to the automatons with Terminator. Yeah, and the Terminids are the legally distinct.
Activating jump pack.
Oh no,
Sending in
Requesting orbital.
I have angered 2 patrols. Yeah, that is my B.
Now or we'll get her maybe someday.
Okay, run. I'm calling in orbital gas. Okay, can you head towards the extraction? I'll take care of this nest here.
Yep.
orbital. Requesting air support.
we have 50 seconds. So if anyone wants to die now.
I got him, and I'm getting out. Sorry, normally I would get the samples, but we got 40 seconds, so I don't want to die.
Yeah, don't worry at all.
The small bugs look like bugs from Starship Troopers. Oh, the books. I've always wanted to read the books. I heard that the Starship Trooper bugs developed laser weapons. Yeah, I loved Starship Troopers. I've watched like all the movies, including the animated ones. The second and third live action movies were not so great, but still watched them. The third one was very low budget. Okay, did you call it in?
You may proceed to extraction when ready. Calling in
I
extraction.
need to do it now. Be careful. The drop will be incoming. I hope it doesn't kill you.
Super destroyer.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds. Have a taste of democracy. Hello, democracy.
Got your back.
Fire in the hole.
Coming from the other side. Auto turret's on it.
1 minute. How'd you like to chase?
So the auto turret's gone. That's not good.
Yo!
Thing is out.
I gotta loop around.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
The samples.
Samples? Crap, I got killed. I also dropped 3 samples.
10 seconds. Oh my god.
Go, Jono, go.
Oh my god.
You're the only one left.
Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Where are you, Pelican 1? Got the samples.
We're all dead.
That's it, dude.
What the boss?
That was insane. I got the samples. Got the samples.
Let's go.
I love this game so much. I really want to see it succeed. Shifan, welcome, Shifan. You staying up awake for Tier's debut, right? Isn't me or the team barely use orbitals? Oh no, we ran out of time, so we couldn't call in any more stratagems. But yeah, we should probably have used a little bit more. But that was a blitz. Or this team, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, during the entire game, you're right. I didn't. I have a bad habit of holding onto my orbital. So
Same
yeah. But yeah, I've been using the grenade launcher a little bit just to get. It's so good at clearing up the bug holes. Like, click, 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 plugged up. Same until you hit level 30. I want to experiment with the orbitals a little bit more, like the artillery, orbital artilleries. It's just, I saw somebody do a massive video where they calculated how the spread works.
Okay.
Feels like the old Elden Ring consumable problem. True. Consumables in video games. I hold on to them right until I beat the final boss, and then I go, why didn't I use these? When I finished Sekiro, I actually used my consumables.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Take me there. Glorious.
Orbit.
Oh yeah, the new viewers haven't seen my other models. Wait a minute. We got Dog Boy. And we got base Jono. And I'll be debuting Devil Jono next month. Okay, we'll pop that in there. Whoops. Let me fix the scaling. There we go. And take off the hat. Yeah. Well, it's time to walk my doggo. Yeah. I tried to be a cat boy. Akumi's a cat boy. I tried to be a cat boy and I was going, yeah. But everyone went, no, Jono, you're a golden retriever. Stop it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Let's see. This is the egg popping one. So I'm going to take rail laser. Well, that's quasar with laser cannon. Jetpack again, because this one's all about speed, right? You know what? Let's take 120 millimeter barrage. Why not? Or no. We need an eagle. I'm gonna take a 500k bomb. Why not? You can't go wrong with big booms.
Big bomb.
Nya. Yes, nya. I always say it like a British gentleman. I always go nya. Nya. See?
Nya. My good sir, your nya is ready.
Did you ever watch a movie, an old animated movie called Cats Don't Dance?
I do not know.
The butler picks up the cat and he says, how does the kitty cat go? And he goes, meow.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, I should add Akumi to the visuals. No, that's Akumi.
And so I agree.
There we go.
Calling down supply.
Almost accidentally called in a reason.
Oh, I did already by accident. Totally not on purpose. The enemy is already
here. Yeah.
Oh, I almost killed him. I almost Sudoku'd myself. Well, I'm going the other way. Sounds like the perfect problem for a 500 kg bomb. By the way, there's a bomb coming down.
Jono. There are 2 pile titans. Why are there 2 pile titans?
Well, he's down now.
Why is there only 1 pile titan? I meant to throw that one further.
Whoa, did you guys see that? My guy did like a 360 no-scope. I'll try that again next time. Who's dying?
Calling in reinforcements.
Here's a tower.
Right behind you.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Sample collected.
I love this gun.
Little guys incoming.
Run, outrun my gun.
Oh. But it's a Bile Titan.
Another one?
Yeah, there's still one, yep.
I'm so glad I don't have that problem.
Yes.
To be fair, I used all my stratagems on the previous Bile Titan, so... Yay, now I just gotta press all the buttons. I think I'm heading towards the last one.
Can this Bile Titan go away?
Yep. Found the last button.
Nice.
To the sky.
And we can extract. In 3, 2, 1. South.
Why? Oh crap, that's water.
Are you in trouble?
I may almost drown myself.
Pelican 1 awaiting Helldivers. Please
Oh wait,
enter the
why
extraction
am...
phase.
He's already here because I took the early extract. I forgot.
Pelican 1 landing in progress.
I like this gun because it cooks them. What's your favorite backpack? The jetpack. It has saved my butt so many times where I can just like jump on top of a charger and ride the charger while shooting enemies. It is the best feeling in this game. If you've never done that, if you've never used the jetpack to like climb on top of your enemies and shoot down their friends, it's awesome. Huzzah! I will fire at our own. I want to ride this into space.
Alright, nice.
Okay, let's go.
Requesting air Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in
Get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside.
Extraction complete.
Nice.
Boom!
Returning to destroyer for resupply.
To be fair, that wasn't on the drop. That was on a bug breach.
Fair.
It was just very close to the drop.
I'm sure we're safe.
Give me the nya bottle of water. Bottle of water. Give me the nya bottle of water. I don't know what that one is. All right, but I gotta wrap up now. So this was fun. This was fun. Let's raid. Let's just get the samples and then we'll raid Tier Noir.
Let's go.
Just a second. All right, take care. Thank you so much, guys, and Akumi for jumping in as well. Let me
Yeah, of course.
God, I love this game so much. I really wanted to succeed.
Same.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me quickly grab the raid. Upcoming tier. Let me search for tier. Where are you? All right. And tomorrow I'm going to be collabing with Queenie. We're going to play some Dead by Daylight. I've not played that in months, but we're going to try. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you found it entertaining. I've never done a stream like this, so yeah. Hopefully it was fascinating. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Wave and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.